Welcome to episode number 69 of the 5 Letters podcast. You got Bez to the left of me, you got Cam to the right of me. Let's just get straight into it. The 5 Letters podcast. Yes, so Cam, Bez, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit weird to ask how your week's been because it's only been, like I said, it's only been a week. We're recording a little bit early. I've seen Cam almost every day this week as well. So, and obviously I live with Bez. So it's a bit of a strange question, but how have you been? I hope you're both well. Hope you're both good.
Yeah. Work's been a bit of a drag for this past week.
Okay, Shikamaru.
Yeah.
What a drag.
I watched Guardians on Monday. I was gonna watch Dark Knight Rises on Tuesday, and I ended up not going because work that day was just so long, and I couldn't be bothered to be out till all 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just go home and chill and then go sleep. But yeah, that's all I've really done. Of note, I've been playing not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, the new Legend of Zelda game, which is sick. Loving it, missing it,
missing it.
As in Breath of the Wild, I missed Breath of the Wild. That experience back in 2018 or 2017 that I played it. Good stuff.
I thought you were saying you wanted to be playing it right now.
That's all I was. Damn, I just put it down.
No.
I'm getting the itch.
Yeah. I was like, damn. Okay, we'll wrap this up.
Yeah, let's just go home every day and just play it. It's good times.
That's one thing. Sorry, this is a complete tangent back to what we were talking about before. But we wear hoods. Americans don't really wear hoods.
Nah, they don't. Yeah.
Nah, that's another thing I was thinking about because obviously I just see my man with the hood up, and I'm like, that's not that's an art thing.
That's true. I haven't really thought about that before, but thinking about it, it's rare. I feel like.
Yeah, they wear a hoodie, but it will never be up.
Yeah,
it will be down.
I feel like there's a point where you see the in TV, Netflix had those teenagers and the kind of 13 Reasons Why lot. They have the jocks. They wear the hood halfway up their head.
Yeah,
sort of thing with their fringe sticking out.
And that's about it.
Yeah, but that's as far as they didn't ever proper wear a hood.
We
thing.
all the way up.
They wear a hood to disguise their face when they're Captain America on the run.
Exactly, or Joe's hiding somewhere and he got his cap, so he's just got his hood up.
That's it. But we fully hat and hood or just the hood, we'll just have it up.
So funny. Now you point that out, I'm going to be everything I watch now. I'm just going to be looking for hoods. They don't wear hoods. I'm thinking about it. I can't think of it. It's true.
Yeah. Just for context, before we started recording, we were talking about music. We were watching some music videos, and we were talking about how the different aesthetic between UK music videos and US music videos and UK music videos that look like they're US music videos. And we were just pointing out some of the key differences. And one of the videos we have on at the moment, obviously the guy had his hood up, and I was like, actually, that's if I see a music video and the rapper's wearing a hood, I don't need to hear the accent, nothing.
Yeah,
that's the UK. I have never seen Jay-Z, Quavo,
ASAP
Rocky. None of these, man. I've never seen none of them wear hoods. But obviously Skepta, Stormzy, whoever. I've seen all of these men in hoods. AJ Tracy, all of them. Seen them all in hoods. So, interesting. Anyway, but my week has been... I've done nothing since the last episode, bro. I've just gone work, come home, chilled. That's it. Nothing to report, really. Life is life, basically. What about you, Bez?
My week's been decent. I've been off work since Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday was quite busy just trying to get stuff wrapped up to be off. Been kind of keeping an eye on it still. I look at my phone and stuff. It's just stuff's going on. I'm just laughing. I'm so glad I was off. I feel bad, but I'm glad I'm off right now.
None of my business.
Literally. So I've just been out and about. I went to watch Sisu on Wednesday. We'll talk about it, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Fair enough.
And then, just been chilling, just been relaxing, going to the gym, leisurely time, going to the gym, all that kind of stuff. So it's been chill. It's been a nice week.
Because I was wondering, obviously, every time I've got home from work this week, you ain't been here.
Yeah.
So I just thought you've been going into the office or whatever, but no, you've just been out and about living life.
Yeah, man. It's been free, been outside.
I was like, the weather's nice, I'm getting out, getting active. I hear it. Right. Well, then let's get into our first song. We're gonna kick off with something a bit different lyrically. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out to Jammz. This one's track entitled "Too Much." Take the lyrics into this one, man. It's got a great message. I feel anyway.
Balance. Too much of this, not enough that. Too much of this, not enough that. True say life is a balancing act, and if it don't feel right, then moderate that. Too much of this, not enough that. I said too much of this, not enough that. True say life is a balancing act, and if you don't feel right, then moderate that. Too much fiction, not enough fact. Too much fiction, not enough fact. We're living in an age where information travels around the globe faster than the flash. Before you hit that retweet button, go to do the research before you act. We're in a pandemic of misinformation mixed with reduced attention spans. Too much scrolling, not enough reading. Too much scrolling, not enough reading. Short headlines that stir your emotions means our attention span is depleting. Before you know it, you're regurgitating things when you don't even know the meaning. That's when it hits. It's better when you say nothing at all, like Ronan Keating. Too much tech, not enough innovation. Too much tech, not enough innovation. So much tech, it's like we don't think sometimes because we don't need to be patient. Technology is merely a tool, not the actual answer. Don't be mistaken. So many problems without solutions, but we're the humans, we must create them. Too many hits and not enough impact. Too many hits and not enough impact.
And we're back. Yes, shout out to Jammz. Shout out to Elijah on that one. That one was track entitled "Too Much." Right then, so for this week's focus, as I said, we are recording this a little bit early. So if you're like, oh, we're over this, well, apologies. We're a bit behind. But in fact, to be fair, let's discuss. We didn't even mention why we're recording early. Why are we recording early, Ben?
Yeah, man, I'm off on holiday for a week next week.
I'm off out.
Hand up in the air, I'm out. Yeah, man, going to Greece on Monday, so I'll be there a week.
So what? So you've taken off bare time.
I've taken off bare time. I'm only gone for a week, and I've taken off 2.5 weeks.
What? How do you have so many days?
Because I haven't taken holiday all year, and obviously our thing starts in October.
Yeah.
So I've only had Christmas and Easter, and like the public holidays.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think any holidays. So I've got 2.5 weeks now, and I think I've got 2 weeks when we go to Portugal.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, I'll just take a bit in front and a bit behind after holiday.
When we go to Portugal, we're in Portugal for 5 days. I booked off and it's over a weekend as well, and I think I booked off maybe 3 days because it's over a weekend. So that maths works out.
Yeah, because I think we're going on like a Wednesday or Thursday to Portugal.
Yeah, I think I've literally booked off. Yeah, I think the day after we land, I'm back at work, and the day before we go, I'm working. So.
But if you book off 2 weeks 2 times, that's 20 days.
Yes, so that's literally all my holiday. I've got like 5 days left or something. But then it's because I carried over 5 days from last year.
Yeah.
So I've got like 5 days left.
Wait, how long have you been at your job?
5. This is the 5th year.
So and I'm assuming your annual leave has increased over the time you've been.
No, so it's always, I think it's 28 days a year. And then including public holidays.
Yeah.
And then you can carry over 5 days. So I would have had like 33 days altogether.
Yeah.
So I think, I've got like 5.5 days left or something.
It's a whole month.
I think there was times that when I first started, people were taking off like just a month. Just off for a month, for like 5 weeks, just gone. I was like, that's crazy. Like,
I was considering it. I actually booked some time off today for like my birthday period because my birthday's on a weekend. So I was just like, let me just book the week after my birthday off. And I was like, should I book the week before my birthday off as well? Because I have it. I'm like,
the week after your birthday is going into Christmas as well.
So the week after my birthday and then into
straight
Christmas.
into Christmas, and then you
have that period of kind of off anyway.
Yeah, I was like, do I want to add some more to make it a free week off?
It would be more than that though, because obviously you would have the week before your birthday, the week after your birthday, then you'd be off for Christmas and all of that. Well, then I swear it would just go straight through, and then you'd be off for Christmas into the new year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I mean, the 3 weeks would be the week after my birthday, the Christmas week, and then
and
either
the week before.
either the week before or the week on the other side in January. I could take. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I have the days. I could do it, but then I would be not have any time off between then and now.
Yeah,
I mean, my next time off is next month, but then between that and the end of the year, that's 6 months of no time off.
I used to work with an older guy who was from Ghana, and he, like, every year he would just, in one of the months, he would just book his entire days off, and he'd be like, all right, I'm going to Ghana. And he would just go live in Ghana for a month or whatever.
Yeah.
His entire year's worth.
Sounds good.
But then he'd come back and he'd be miserable. Cause he'd be like,
I've got a whole year now.
Yeah, I've got a whole year to wait until I can do this again.
Yeah.
Because obviously while he's there, he's probably loving life.
That's
But like, yeah, he's like, no, I can't do nothing.
That's true. That's true. I wouldn't come back. I'm like, I'm here for life now.
This is what I literally said that to him. I was like, I would love to take a whole month off, but like, the day before I have to come back, I'm gonna be just staring out the window, like playing Marvin's Room, like can't see the like just go. I'm going through some stuff. Like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, that, like, I don't know. I feel like, because I think throughout the year, work can get so busy that you just don't have time to take time off, if you get what I mean. So like, and then it kind of adds up, and you have to take. It gets to a point where you have to take it. So if like sometimes it might even be like, if I don't use it, let's say I didn't use that much time now, I'd end up coming September when it's about to reset, and I've got to just take it, like loads of it in then, because otherwise I'm going to lose it. So it's like, yeah, just take like a month off or something. Cause
I'd rather do that. I'd rather like kind of, if I don't need the time off or I'm not taking it, I'd rather just take a long time off towards the end of the cycle, because at least then I know I'm getting some more days.
Yeah.
Like, so then if I need time off for something in 2 months,
I
can
true.
do it because I've got more days now. Versus if you take it off in like the middle of the period, and then you need a day off, or I don't know, or you want a day off or something, like, I don't know, some festival you want to go to, like a festival on a Friday or something. Like, I doubt Uncle was trying to go to festivals on a Friday.
Hey,
but like,
still, an Afro-Nation up in Ghana.
But like, say like me, like I might see a festival lineup, or like a wireless or something. Probably not, to be honest.
Lovebox makes a return in 2027 or something.
Like a Lovebox or like a Part Life in Manchester or something. And I might be like, do you know what? The Saturday and the Sunday or whatever is not quite doing it for me, but that Friday lineup is sick. But then it's like, I can't go.
You can't go. I haven't got
time off. I have to do it. Nah, never.
While you're in the middle of the festival, sing that through the night. Hey! Oh yeah, sorry, I can't.
Yeah. So that's why we're recording early, because Bez is off to Greece and he's going to be enjoying life and sunshine. And
it's meant to be raining next week
in Greece.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, you'll probably enjoy that more, to be honest.
It's like 22 degrees with some little bit of rain. I'll be loving life.
Your element. Yeah. But yeah, he's off to enjoy the time. And me and Cam are just, I don't know, we're not going to do an episode just us two. So yeah. The focus. Right then, so let's get into our actual focus this week. I think this week for our focus, we said we'd kind of do a roundup of all the kind of nonsense going on in sports. And sports in air quotes, because one of these things is not a sport, but you know, we'll get there. So where do you want to start? Like,
so I think kind of obviously it's all kind of come out over this last week. I think the first thing, well, to be fair, the City thing has come out previously, but there's kind of more stuff coming up recently.
Let's go over the City thing first, because you go over the City thing, because I have no idea what this is.
Yeah. Okay.
We can kind of quickly get through it.
I've got. I saw a picture where it's literally explaining everything, but basically they're getting charged for 115 breaches of like financial doping apparently.
Yeah. I mean, they've definitely been doping.
They have been doping.
Not doping, but
financial doping.
Yeah, they've been spending too much money.
Yeah, and they've been fudging their books and stuff to get around it. So basically it's all coming out now. So basically they're saying that they've got more than 100 breaches to financial rules across 9 seasons, failing to assist with investigation from 2018 to 2023, overstating or sponsorship income and hiding true source of revenue, paying ex-manager Roberto Marcini extra millions with secret contracts, not giving full details of player wages, breaking PL profit and sustainability rules, and not complying with FFP, financial fair play.
Yeah.
So those are the accusations they're getting right now, and obviously they're still being investigated, but they've basically come out recently and said that they're disputing it all. Apparently, there's an Arsenal fan who is the lawyers that's brought this case against them. So they're saying, that's what I was seeing them saying. And then the possible punishments for them are expulsion from Premier League, points deduction, transfer ban, spending limits, or stripped of previous titles.
Ooh.
So that's the possible punishments.
I don't think it will get to any of that. I think at most it will be transfer ban.
That's and a fine.
And a fine. But saying that, I do believe that City are probably not playing fair in the money department. Like that's based off of nothing. Like I barely watch football, barely look at the news.
It's based off of you being an Arsenal fan.
You're a City fan.
I'm a City fan.
Not
City
what
are
I've
top
been
right
hearing all
now,
season.
so
I'm a City fan.
That's not what I've heard all season.
All season, I've been saying I'm a fan of whoever's top of the league. That's been Arsenal up until a few weeks
So
ago.
Arsenal was us until they lost the top of the league, and now City's
and now
us.
City's us.
That's crazy.
Haaland in that. KDB, best midfielder to ever touch
oh
the
my
Prem.
god.
No, I'm joking. But like, it's based on the fact that they have their owners are who their owners are, and they have stupid amounts of money to pump into the club, and the rules are not allowing them to pump stupid amounts of money into the club. But somehow that club is caking.
Yeah.
Like somehow they're caking. Somehow their players are getting stupid wages, and somehow they're paying stupid transfer fees.
Yeah.
Like, what was Grealish? 200 mil?
100.
100 mil.
And then like agents fees and all that. Like Haaland had a buyout clause of 60 million, but then his agents fees were about 50, 60 million on his own. His dad apparently got like 30 million or something. Like just stupid fees.
Outrageous. So I'm like, what the millions.
Interesting.
Okay, right, you got a video like that? That's crazy. This ain't UK. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, definitely not UK.
It's millions. It is millions though. This video is wild. This video is wild, blood. Okay. This is the video we're watching. If you're curious, is Millions Laga. I'm sure many of you have probably seen it already, but yeah,
Wild.
it's very wild.
So I thought this was a very well-known fact, though, that they've been like, so for example, they're sponsored by Etihad, and that's like their owners own Etihad. So it's like, obviously their contracts with the sponsorship has been like, just here's £1 billion. That's what your sponsorship is for the next 5 years. And then they can then say, oh, we're spending within that sort of thing. And I thought that was a very well-known fact. So I just thought that it was okay. But obviously, they haven't really been... They've been looking at it, but not investigating it. They've been building this case over these last 10 years.
Yeah. What I will say is, I've said it before on this podcast. I've said it to Bez, just in person and conversation and stuff. The money in football is ridiculous. And I don't like it. I think, honestly, this is one of the big reasons why I'm not into football like the way I used to be as a youth. Because I'm looking around. It was Chelsea back then. I was looking at Chelsea, and I was like, you man are like, and I feel like Chelsea weren't even as bad as City are. Like I feel like Chelsea definitely bought the league in like 06, 07 times or whenever. Like I feel like they definitely did that. But I feel like I don't know why, but I don't know. Abramovich didn't seem as egregious as these as these Saudi Arabian Donnies that City have. Yeah. And now I'm looking at Newcastle. Newcastle are like what, fourth?
Third.
No,
third at the moment.
They're third.
At the moment, yeah.
Newcastle,
bro. They got taken over last season.
Yeah, it's this season, like start of the season, I think it was, or like end of last season. Yeah,
and they were decent. I'm not gonna say they weren't decent,
but they were mid-table side.
Yeah,
like, they were. You were never. Like, I think they were like fighting relegation 2 years ago. So they were. I think they're a nice side, but they're not a good side. They were never a good side until now.
Has there been crazy changes to the players or
the
players they have?
They did buy players in the summer, but I think the management as well. They to be fair to them, they're doing it the right way. Like they bought. They haven't like gone and spent 100 million on Grealish, 100 million on this player. They kind of bought.
But that's not yet as well.
Yeah, not yet. I'm sure like if they get Champions League, Mbappe, 300 million for Mbappe. Like it could happen. I was gonna say,
and one thing is I think they've managed to hold on to the players that they had. Because they've had ballers, and like previously it was like, oh, they're gonna be able to keep what's my man on the wing?
Saint Maxim.
Yeah,
He's not even playing now for them.
Nah. What happened?
They don't need him. They got better players now.
Damn. But I remember like he used to be balling out for them. Yeah. They used to be like, are Newcastle going to be able to hold on to him? Blah, 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 blah. Now, of course, they're going to be able to hold on to it. Yeah. Whoever they want. Like,
exactly.
Just like, where you going? Nah. Here's 60 mil.
Yeah.
Like you ain't going nowhere. And I feel like the next 4 or 5 years, we're just going to see Newcastle just growing into a juggernaut.
Like City.
And I'm just like, that's disgusting, bro.
And the thing is, as well, United are apparently about to get bought out by some Qatari owners as well. So obviously they spend a lot of money already, but then they're going to get Qatari owners who apparently are going to want to compete with Saudi owners, City and Newcastle, so they're going to be just throwing money at them as well.
The thing is, right, I guess that will bring back parity. If everyone's got if everyone's backed by a freaking prince of a country,
oil money and all that sort of stuff.
If everyone, then I guess
True.
it's even playing field. But I think that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we need to, like, I definitely would be in favor of the German model, 51% fan owned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that would be a good step in the right direction. Never gonna happen.
No.
But I would like to see that. I think that would be good.
It's just funny though, because like you got the Super League stuff that came out all that time ago, and everyone was so against it.
Yeah.
But then now with the Premier League, you got Newcastle, who are essentially going to turn into a super team as well now. United obviously already are a super team, but get a billion.
It'll be crazy. Considering
Crazy.
They've, like, United's fans' biggest criticisms of their owners have been they didn't put any money in. Like, we've spent big, but we've only spent what we've made.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
exactly.
blah. The owners ain't putting it. And then if they get owners that are gonna pump money in, then it's gonna be mad. I don't know, man.
Yeah, so I just think it's a bit crazy.
I'm sure Gary Neville won't get, like, if they buy.
He's not gonna.
He's not gonna say nothing. He was so against the Super League. It's like the money, they're taking a piss out of the fans. And then when United get bought out by like Qatari owners, he's gonna be like
sitting there twiddling his thumbs.
He's gonna be in the streets celebrating. He's gonna be in the parade. He's like, United are back. He's gonna be doing the Rio Ferdinand, rubbing his hands. We're back. United are back.
Sign the contract. You know where to sign. So that's what people on Twitter are saying, because obviously with all the Qatari stuff, and when the World Cup was going to Qatar, and he was one of the loudest people saying they shouldn't be going there, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're saying in Qatar trying to buy United, and he's dead silent. The Glazers need out. The Glazers need out. They need to get bought, and it's like, hey, silent.
Nah, man. I definitely think, like, it's tough though, because like you see like the Wrexham thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying Wrexham are doing the same thing.
New Salford City, they're saying.
Basically,
Yeah.
they're doing exactly the same thing in the lower leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm like, true. You're not, I'm literally like, okay, cool, you're not wrong. But like at the same time, I don't know. It just feels more wholesome when it's
when it's two actual people that have faces.
And the thing is also, like, I feel like they're bringing more attention to those leagues in general.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are like paying attention to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Like specifically, but because they're paying attention to Wrexham, they have to pay attention to people they're playing against. They have to pay attention to who they're competing against. So I feel like it does that. I do get if you're a fan of a team that's you're competing with them.
You're gonna be pissed.
I think Wrexham signed some players from the league above and got them to come down, and it wasn't like bad players from league above. I think they signed the top goal scorer from the league above, from League Two. The top goal scorer in one season went down the league to go to Wrexham
to bring them back up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like he earns like his salary is like their salary bill is like 50% him, 50% the rest of the team.
That's crazy.
That's outrageous. Like, I get it.
What's the guy's name? Not Ryan Reynolds, the other guy, Rob
McElhenney.
Yeah, he was trying to get Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy. It's like, obviously Gareth Bale didn't come. He's like, yeah, let's talk. Let's play golf and talk. Do you remember when I was playing FIFA, the creative team, and I signed him, and he was like, "That's unrealistic. Unrealistic."
It's still unrealistic. Gareth Bale said no.
Hey man, they had talks. I managed to convince him.
You signed him in like League One.
League One, yeah. So he was a free agent from Real Madrid, and I managed to sign him in League One.
Bro, but that could not be fun for him. Like, that's such the teams he'd be playing against, the players are just so much worse than he's ever played against before. That it would be like, that can't be fun.
I think it would be fun. Just
I mean, Ronaldo's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like all of the like Beckham went to America. Like,
once you get to that point, you have to kind of take a step down, and then you can just cook in that league.
Where did Snyder go? Like, Snyder was
he went to Galatasaray.
And he was at like the peak of his powers, and he just went off to Turkey. Like,
yeah.
And it was like, he was at 26, and he went to Turkey to ball, and it was like, yo.
Look at Oscar. Do you remember him from Chelsea?
Yeah.
He went to China. Like, he was 25 years old, went to China for money. Asamoah Gyan come out the World Cup, balling out, and goes to Dubai or Qatar, one of them kind of teams, just because peas.
Just gotta get the peas.
Yeah.
Get the peas and get out of the game.
Yeah. I remember Snyder was like a top 10 like baller in the world.
Snyder.
And then just went to Turkey. Like, what are you doing?
I know it was like, was it Anzi or was it Galatasaray? He went. I know he was at Galatasaray, but I can't remember if he went to Anzi because remember they had that's Russia. Sorry, no, yeah, it was Galatasaray.
I think it was Galatasaray. I remember
yeah, because there was a lot of teams that went to Anzi, Makashala, like Roberto Carlos, some of them lot went there.
Yeah, towards
and they just got money, and Etu went there as well.
And the Korea type beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, but I do hear what you're saying. Like, I feel like some people have that competitive spirit.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess like Ronaldo is still trying to compete out there. I think it's like but it's just his powers have waned. so, and to be fair, Bales has as well, but I don't think it's gone that far. I don't think it's
not down to League Two.
Not down to League Two. Like he ain't got the legs anymore. But I think the tech is. Like, it would be unfair.
Yeah, I thought if he wanted to, he could probably still kick it at like a Crystal Palace or something.
Yeah, probably.
He doesn't need to be in League Two or lower.
But yeah, okay. So that's number one. Moving on. What's number two, Bez? So, I feel like you're leading us in this.
Yeah, I'm the sports fan. Remember as we started? The sports fan. Yeah. So the second thing that I think saw was Ja Morant, aka Jarwick, popping up on Twitter. So if you don't know what happened, there's a video that came out of him in the car, dancing along to
NBA Youngboy.
That's it. I'll say Playboy Carter. No, it's NBA Youngboy. Yeah, dancing along to him with his friends and that, and then his friends like flashing the camera and then puts the camera back to the jar. Jar's pulling out a gun, and then like the friend like clocks it and then just moves the camera really quickly. Yeah. But obviously it's Twitter, so they caught the little snip.
Oh, Instagram.
Was this live?
Instagram.
Yeah,
it was like
Instagram live.
Okay.
And then so everyone saw it, and then he's now been suspended, has he, from NBA? Yeah, from
and they're suspended indefinitely by the Grizzlies. Where are they from again?
Minnesota? No,
Memphis.
That's it. Yeah.
Suspended indefinitely from the Memphis Grizzlies, and the NBA are conducting an investigation. The NBA are going to suspend him for the season. At least, I think.
It's the second one, isn't it, as well?
Because the second one. So there was a first video that came out of him. Again, another live.
This guy's foolish.
Yes.
The thing is, it's like he's doing it on purpose, though, because like
yes, kind of. That's the answer, yes.
The friend saw and hid the camera, but like, why would you pull it out? Like, you had no reason to.
So he got caught the first time. The Grizzlies suspended him. He went to a therapy kind of situation in Florida. Then he came back, and then the NBA retrospectively suspended him for 6 games. Ended up only being 2 because he'd already missed, I think, 4 games because he was in the therapy, whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, it's only because it's Ja Morant, because he's on his way to being a superstar. Like,
yeah.
He's one of the best young players in the game at the moment. People are like, it's only because of Ja Morant. Like, if it was like some bum, like he'd probably, like if it was some bum, he'd probably be out here, but at least like probably be suspended for much longer. But I was like, cool. And he came out and he said, I'm healed. And
what did he do? He just the first time he just
same thing, flashing the gun and like singing along to music, like listening to violent rap music. He's putting out his weapon, waving around.
What's to be healed?
This is what I was wondering, but that was what he was saying.
You got to do some sort of apology. And
he was going. I guess he was saying he was going through some things. Blah blah blah.
So I felt powerful holding the gun.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't get it. Sure.
And then he lost money as well. Because Nike were like, "Oh, mate, like we're trying to drop these jar ones, and you're like, you're doing this." Then so then this one's happened, and obviously people are like, the NBA are gonna have to bring the hammer, bro, and like so many of like the pundits and stuff are getting at him like big time.
That makes sense though. I mean, that's just dumb. You do it once, whatever, slip up. Second time, nah, man. That's not a slip up no more,
bro. And like I was watching a video, and Charles Barkley, classic player, he was saying like, in your contract, you have a morality clause as an NBA player. You have a morality clause. It doesn't necessarily list every single thing that you can and can't do.
Yeah.
But the clause is there. And he's saying, do you know what? I can give you the benefit of the doubt that you might not have realized that this was contained in the morality. You should have done, but you might not have realized the first time. But everyone quite clearly said to you, hey, in your contract, there's a morality, like the first time, hey, in your contract, there's a morality clause. Please don't do that again. And like a couple months later, you're doing it again. Now you know you're breaking your contract. You know everyone's gonna be pissed off at you. Like, it's just idiotic. It's just idiotic. And like some people are like saying, "Oh, he needs better friends." Da, 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 da. And people are like, "No, bro."
I don't get why they're trying to blame the throne for that. Like, man did nothing wrong.
No, I'm like, and again, Charles Barkley was like, "No. I think Jar is the friend. like Jar's friends probably need to get away from him. Like, because it's true. Like, if you make a mistake once, like, then that's one thing. But if you make him like the same mistake twice, back to back like that, it's like, come on.
Yeah, nah, man.
But I don't get though. Why is it such a big deal? Because obviously guns are legal in America.
Yeah.
So him holding a legal gun
It's
shouldn't
dangerous,
be.
no?
I know, I get, but it shouldn't be that big an issue, really.
Guns are legal in America. Are legal in America, but they're not a toy.
To be waving around this, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so it's like most.
Most states don't have like, it's like open carry laws or whatever.
Not every state has open carry laws, and you'll often hear from people who are advocates of guns and stuff. They say if you touch your gun, you better be shooting someone,
Okay,
or you better be shooting something.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason for you to be walking around.
Yeah.
Like touching your gun, like showing it off to people. Like it's
Yeah,
none
yeah.
of that. It's the reason for the Second Amendment is for protection.
Yeah.
So the people who are like seriously about this Second Amendment stuff, they're not going to be supporting.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, oh, it's his right to wave the gun around. They'll say it's his right to have the gun.
Yeah.
And if he's walking and the gun's on his hip and a camera catches him and the gun's just on his hip,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Fine.
We'll defend him.
Okay.
But like if he's like in the whip just waving the gun
Yeah,
around for
fair
no
enough.
reason, now we can see he's trying to be
Cool.
he's trying to be cool, he's trying to be a thug. He's like, it's nah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's kind of like waving a knife around. You're allowed
Yeah.
to have knives, but like if you're in the car
It's just
listening to
stupid. Yeah.
listen to gangster music, waving a knife around, like it's a bit like
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was like, I don't understand it. I get guns illegal, so I'm like, if he's not doing anything illegal and anything that should cause him to have this massive to be suspended from an NBA, but it's just as an immorality clause and having an influence on people.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That makes sense then.
But yeah, Jarwick is hilarious. But it's because of the way they say John in the movie as well. They're all like
John Wick.
John Wick. So it just goes so close.
When
like,
I
the
saw
John.
that, it killed me.
John.
I read it. I was like, oh my gosh, that works so well. Jarwick. And just some of the memes I was seeing, 'cause, like, I don't know if you remember Rush Hour 2 when he's on the top of the bus and they're taking pictures of him, the Asian people are taking pictures of him, and he's like, he pulls out his gun, he's like, I'll take photos. He's like posing like John Wick every time. I mean, not John Wick, John Morant. Every time he sees the camera, he's like posing with the gun, like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's jokes, man. That's jokes. But yeah, like Jar is he's a very exciting basketball player. But I think what he needs to remember is that there are other very exciting basketball players, and people will forget about you.
And say, because it wasn't him and Zion, they were the two big dons at that time, and Zion's kind of having problems as well, isn't he?
So yeah, they were drafted. They were the same draft class.
Yeah.
Zion went 1, Jar went 2. Zion has had issues staying healthy,
Yeah.
so that's his.
That's,
thing.
yeah.
But when he plays, he's
He's a beast,
he's
yeah.
like he played early this season. Yeah, it was ages ago last time I saw him play, but I think it was early this season he was playing, and he was balling out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone was like, "Oh, we don't know if Zion's gonna be like this or that," but he was balling out. Like he was carrying his team, and then he got injured again. And his team fell off the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the thing. Like, obviously, we got Victor Wembanyama coming in this draft. 7 foot freaking 4 or something dumb like
isn't
that.
it?
Shooting threes. Like, bro.
I saw that. It's crazy.
It's like, how are you so tall shooting threes, bro?
Like casually as well. It's not like you get like what's his name, Jovic, who shoots some, but not like just shooting them casually.
Jokic, yeah.
Jokic, sorry, not Jovic.
But yeah, like he's just like dribbling, like bringing the ball up the court, all of this, like crossover through the legs.
Point
like,
guard, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, and it's like, yeah, Jar, you get suspended for a year. Like, you don't know.
You come back and you're gonna be forgotten.
And the organization can't trust you again. So it's like, okay, cool, you're our guy, but actually maybe we want to trade you for another star because we can't trust you. So
Yeah.
maybe we want to ship you off to Utah for someone over there because we can't trust you. So we'll try and we get like a bunch of players. We'll send you get 3 or 4 players back.
Yeah.
Because we can't trust you. We can't. we don't know if you're going to be here or if you're going to be in the streets having a shootout.
Exactly.
So yeah.
What
man.
do they say, that he's the first NBA player trying to make it into the hood when everyone else tries to make it out the hood? The NBA using NBA, he's trying to make it into the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, someone said, Ja Morant trying to make it out the NBA. Like, the way everyone's
trying to make it out the NBA.
Yeah, everyone's trying to make it out the hood. Ja Morant trying to make it out the NBA.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. But it's like, bro. And the thing is, the worst, well, not the worst part, but something that I find so interesting is that he's not from that life. Like, he went to a private school. He's from, it doesn't really like correlate, but he's from a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
Like, he grew up in a decent neighborhood as far as I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not from the hood. Like, he's not this, like, hood guy. Like, and it wouldn't make it necessarily better if he was. But it's like, who are you trying to be? What are you trying to prove? Like,
Yeah, you don't need to be that guy.
And I think I was saying to my friend, I was like, I feel like a hood guy would never. A hood guy
They would know, yeah.
would one, if you're really, really about it, you wouldn't need to wave it around. And then also 2, like someone that's actually like about like living that life would be like, this is my opportunity out.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I might make the mistake once. I'm definitely not making it twice because I'm not trying to go back to where I might need to actually use this freaking thing.
Like his friend who probably might be from the hood, and he's clocked that he had the gun out. He's like, oh, put that camera right down. Whereas like if it was someone who's from like who doesn't understand it as much equally, he might have still kept recording him with the gun out. Like, yeah. Man's got a gun. Like, yeah, it's crazy. He's ruining himself.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I hope Ja Morant patterns up, man. Like I say, he's very exciting. This guy's always trying to dunk on people, bro. Like, he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah,
and he's
got hops.
He has hops.
He can fly.
And I just mentioned Wembanyama. I guarantee you, if Ja plays against Wembanyama, he's gonna try and dunk on his head. a whole foot different in height, and he's gonna try
flying over here, right?
yeah, just try and dunk on his head top. And I'd like to see it, Ja. So can you pattern up, please? Like literally, it's no disrespect to him or whatever. I want to see you play ball. Like,
when you say you think he'll be suspended for the rest of the season, is that next season or this season? Because this season's obviously almost over. Yeah, so it'll be next season. That's the whole next season. That's he needs to fix up.
Because remember the Malice in the Palace.
Yeah,
like Ron Artest and them, man. Like Ron Artest got suspended for the season, and
Yeah.
granted that was actual like
scrapping with the fans,
fight with the fans. But I feel like this is probably just as bad of a look because it's the second. Like the first time is not as bad. But
yeah.
Like the second time, I feel like this reflects just as badly on the NBA.
True. Yeah.
So I think they just be like, season.
Yeah.
Like, go sit down somewhere. You're not going to be paid for the season either.
He needs to think. He needs to think about what he's doing, man. The whole season missed. Like, yeah, as you said, he might not make it back.
Yeah.
He might come back crazy. He might just
Yeah,
grind
he might
hard.
be in the
come back crazy.
Just hopping, practicing the hops, practicing shooting threes, all that kind of stuff.
Like Ron Artest came back and he I'm pretty sure he won a championship after that. And he changed his name. He became a peaceful guy, changed his name to Metal World Peace.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I mean I get it. People are allowed to grow up. In his younger days, he's like, let me scrap with the fans. And in his older days, he's like,
I've learned. I'm meta now.
I want world peace. But yeah, moving on. Number three.
Man like Ivan Toney, the
gambler,
the sports betting fanatic. So apparently I think he pled guilty, but he's now been suspended for 8 months from football due to 232 cases of gambling, which is
another
crazy.
foolish man.
It's crazy, yeah.
That's wild.
But I don't think he's been betting on his own games, but obviously it's similar. I guess it's a similar kind of thing to what we were saying. I was like, it's not illegal, but obviously it's against what they're allowed to do. So he's been suspended for 8 months, and apparently he's allowed to return to training in September, and they're saying they're trying to ban him from football as a whole. Like FA are trying to ban him from football, so you can't like get training. Or get training or get transferred to like Spain and play football there or something. So it's like,
oh yeah, I was about to say how would that work, but yeah, it's a different governing body.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, trying to get him banned as a whole. So yeah, that's what I'm going at the moment. Which
I'd be judged, yeah, because they fully could just send him out on loan.
Literally, send him out on loan to Spain, have him playing for Real Madrid. for 8 months, come back in January ready to play. Like, they could fully do that.
That'd be so corrupt.
But the way they banned him now, though, because like it's the season's finished now. It's like he's banned him for 8 months. There's 3 months off no football. Then he's back. He's now got 5 months left of his ban. I'm surprised they didn't wait till the start of the season to ban him for like the whole of next season sort of thing. But yeah, man, it's just I find it, obviously it's bad. He shouldn't be doing that. But it is like, when you compare it to other people's getting banned, like John Terry got banned for 4 games for racially abusing Anton Ferdinand. Yeah. Evra got banned for like 10 games or something. No, Suarez, got banned for like 8 games or something. Yeah. Yeah, so you compare it with like them kind of incidents and you're like, it's just crazy. And then they're saying that Everton are being overtaken by 7-7 Sports, which is obviously a gambling company. It's like, how can they advertise gambling so much and then ban their players for it?
Gambling is so important to football.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to the radio, I think it was LBC or something, and there was someone on there being interviewed, and he was a campaigner, but he was basically saying he wants to decouple football from gambling. Like, so in terms of, like, there are clubs that have like are sponsored by things, and obviously when you watch the game, like on the advertising bars, wherever you see Bet365 and
Paddy Power,
and like adverts in half time and all these sorts of things. And he was basically saying he was basically saying, I'm against gambling as a whole. He thinks it's a poison in society, which I think is, I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I think it's a valid.
You're not allowed to agree.
Sorry?
They paid you for what, 2-3 years?
So what?
So you're on their side now.
I'm on their side now. I saw the worst of gambling in that time period. So I do absolutely hear what you're saying. Like, but I also I'm not a person that says to ban things because it's bad for some people. I feel like if there's a large amount of people who can do something responsibly, I'm talking about gambling, I'm talking about drugs, I'm talking about...
I would say there's a lot of things that they could be banning if they're saying it's...
Yeah, but if a large amount of people can do it responsibly and be fine, I think it's okay for it to be legal and whatever. I just think we need to make sure there's lots of support and things in place for those of us in society that can't. So alcoholics, people who abuse drugs, people who develop like severe gambling problems, I think we should have systems in place to support them. However, I do think he made a valid point about how some of the gambling adverts just prey on people like 100%. A lot. And so he was saying like, he was like saying I'm campaigning, but even if I don't succeed, like if I can just get like one advert like to get to be gone or whatever, I feel like I've made a difference. Because like some of these adverts like like we'll give you a free tenner if you do.
This is the thing.
Like, and it's like,
it's not even just like the advertising gambling. It'll be like halftime in-play bet for this. Get these odds on the in-play bet. It's like it's telling you to gamble right now because you can get this odds on an in-play bet
right now.
Like this it's not saying like, oh, you can bet Paddy Power, just having a Paddy Power, but it's saying in-play for Paddy Power. This bet right now.
For these odds.
Yeah,
and so he was basically saying that. So with like this Ivan Toney thing, I'm like, it's wild that he's been suspended for so long for something that's so like interconnected with football. Yeah. But it's just something. It's one of those things you're just not allowed to do it.
I guess.
Like if he was gambling on the ponies, as they say, he'd probably be okay.
Yeah, but because he's betting on football, even though he's not, I don't think he's even betting on his own games. But it's just like you're betting on football and in general, and it's just not allowed for some reason. But then they shouldn't be allowed to then advertise gambling the way they do. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
And you got fined 50k as well. So banned 8 months, fined 50k.
That's mad. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. It's fully gone. Fully gone. But yeah, man, he needs to... Oh, I was going to say... Streets say that Michael Jordan got suspended for gambling. You see when he retired and went to play golf.
Baseball, yeah.
Sorry, baseball, yeah. Sorry, I keep saying that because obviously he was playing golf in Space
golf
Jam.
as well, yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say we literally I feel like we spoke about this last week, and you said golf that time as well.
Yeah, it's because he played golf in Space Jam.
Yeah.
and he's a big golfer. He is a big golfer.
He's a big golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's literally because in Space Jam's a retirement period, and he plays baseball as well, but he plays like one little minuscule second of baseball, but he plays a lot of golf in that movie. So in my head, he went and played golf, but he didn't. He went and played baseball. but yeah, there's a conspiracy theory that he was suspended for gambling, but because he's Michael Jordan, they didn't want to make it public, so they were like, yeah, retire, go live your life, do something else, and then once your suspension's up, you can
come back if you
can
want.
unretire and come back. It's a conspiracy theory, obviously. Like, I don't know, but it's a conspiracy theory that I've heard a few people saying that. Do you know what I think? Because MJ was a big gambler as well.
Yeah.
So, and then people are like, "You're telling me he wasn't betting?" And because of how competitive he is,
I'll say, because yeah,
I'm like, this guy was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna drop 60 tonight. So I'm a go to the casino. Well, I'm not in the casino. I'm gonna go to the bookies.
yeah,
Or the bookmaker and be like, 500K on Michael Jordan to score 60 points. like he's not like, I feel like a lot of people would be like, do you know what? If I'm gonna bet on my game, I'm gonna throw the game because it's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to say.
Yeah.
It's easier to say I'm gonna lose than to win. Like to confirm, it's easier to confirm a loss than to confirm a win. But like MJ would be like, they'd be like, yeah, the Chicago Bulls are gonna win by 45 tonight.
I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna make it happen.
That should be allowed though, because obviously it's within your power technically, but it's not
a guarantee.
Yeah, there's no
It's not-
guarantee. Like
yeah.
to lose it, you can easily lose it.
And you have to be trying to win to make that bet,
Which you should be
win as
doing
well.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just gonna be doing what you're doing, probably doing it harder because you're like, I need this bet to hit.
But basically, yeah, obviously everyone knows MJ gambled. Everyone knows he retired for a year and a bit. But the streets are saying that, yeah, the NBA caught him gambling on NBA games and had to suspend him. But the optics of suspending Michael Jordan, like,
get rid of the NBA.
yeah,
NBA done now.
basically. So it's like, yeah, let's do this on a hush hush, make up some nonsense about retiring.
Yeah.
And then when you're ready, you can come back. Because who else has retired at? He was like 30.
He was in his face, wasn't he?
31 or something.
Yeah.
Just won a championship, peak of his powers, like the best player in the game by far.
Yeah.
By far. Just got to
Retire.
It's literally like Messi having retired like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
For football. Like, what you mean?
How?
Yeah. Like, why?
Yeah, I mean, conspiracy theory, obviously, but it does make sense. It does make sense there was something that made him retire because, yeah, he shouldn't. And then he came back and won a three-peat, didn't he?
Yeah, another three-peat.
Yeah. So it's like,
And
he obviously wasn't done.
And he was still the best player in the game.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, like you were. It's not like you were like, maybe you were like, oh, do you know what? My feeling, my legs ain't gonna be in it no more, or whatever. I'm gonna
Exactly.
Quit while I'm on top. It's like, no, you still had enough in the tank.
So win it 3 times in a row. Not like came back, won it once. Like, okay, oh yeah, that I felt it. Like won it 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Like, it's like, no, not just. And then in like the Last Dance documentary and stuff, his explanation of why he wanted to retire was quite wishy-washy as well.
I can't remember what he said.
Exactly. He basically was just saying like he didn't feel like the competition was there, and like he basically achieved everything he thought he wanted to achieve. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Michael, the competitor you are, you wanted to win 17 championships in a row.
Exactly.
Like, don't tell me like, yeah, 3 was enough.
What I wanted to achieve.
Yeah, I have to achieve everything. There's not enough competition here. Like, no. You would have wanted to smoke everyone.
Exactly.
Shaquille O'Neal was just coming up. Like, I'm sure you weren't like, yeah, no, there's no competition here. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you were looking at like a young Shaq, like, yo, this guy might be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, or not even a problem, but you might be like,
I got to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, them ones. Like, don't tell me like there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Michael. Like, you still had like Hakeem Olajuwon and Charles Barkley was still about. Like, all of these, man. Like, yeah, man. Don't tell me that, Michael. Like, I'm not having it. Nah, it's definitely a conspiracy theory, but it's like, it makes sense to me.
Yeah. No, I hear it.
It makes sense to me. But anyway, fourth and final thing, the sport that's not a sport.
But
I don't have
technically. Before I was gonna say is in boxing. I was gonna say though, like I think Mayweather bets on himself a lot, and he's allowed to do it.
I think boxing is weird though.
Yeah.
I think boxing is very strange. But yeah, I think you're right about that.
That's because I guess like if he bets on himself to lose, he can throw it easily. But bet himself to win, there's no guarantees. That's why I feel like he does it all the time. But yeah, boxing's a weird one.
I think I've heard something about that as well. I think I think you're allowed to do that in boxing.
Okay. But then, yeah, that leads on to
because boxing also is another one that's ridiculously tied into the gambling industry.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculously into
They have so many sponsors for it. Like, all over the ring, over their shorts. They have, like, 10 different gambling, betting. So it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And obviously, they fight in Vegas a lot as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Vegas is, like, the home of that sport.
Yeah. But, yeah, man, that leads on to the fourth sport that's not a sport. But it's a sport because it's boxing.
It's not sport, bro.
Yeah, YouTube boxing scene.
It's a farce.
Yells loves it. Yells loves it. But yeah, so the final controversy that in sports, man like KSI knocked out Joe Fournier on their boxing match last week, and then replay shows it was an elbow to the face, knocked man clean out. So they obviously the guys disputed it and came out today that they've turned it over as a no contest for the result. So yeah, what did you all think? Clean hit, knockout elbow.
Clean elbow.
I ain't seen it.
I ain't seen it either. I just heard about it and I've like seen people reacting to it on YouTube and whatnot, but I've not actually clicked on the video.
Yeah,
I've seen like a picture of the moment when his elbow hits the guy in the face, and I'm like, sure, I don't know, but I don't know much about boxing either, so I'm like, I don't know. Obviously, it's not allowed, but he wasn't trying to elbow him in the face. Yeah,
so that's why they said no contest, because he wasn't actually didn't do it on purpose.
If it was on purpose, he might have got DQ'd.
He would have got DQ'd, yeah. So it's a weird one because basically if he'd hit him with his glove first and then follow through and elbowed him, I think they would have said it was allowed. But he it looked from some angles, it looks like he nicked him with his glove, like just literally skimmed him, because you can see like his hair ripple after the fist comes past. Then yeah, just clean elbows him out, and everyone's saying, yeah, UFC, get him in there. Like Conor McGregor even replied to it saying, I respect it, I like it.
That's so dumb.
But
I don't want to see YouTuber KSI doing MMA. That would be like just so much worse than the boxing.
Really?
I think Jake Paul's fighting Nate Diaz in MMA. So they're doing a boxing match this year. I think they're doing 2 matches. So one in boxing, one in MMA, I think.
The thing about Jake and Logan Paul is that I'm less annoyed about seeing them fight because of who they are. Like KSI is a gamer. Like this guy came up playing FIFA in his bedroom. Jake Paul and Logan Paul came up doing more physical things.
They were wrestlers as well.
And like, yeah, the first video I ever saw of Logan Paul was a vine of him like slipping on a banana peel and doing a backflip.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, he has some athleticism to him. So whatever he wants to do, he can go and do
Best
it.
wrestler of all time.
But seeing KSI doing MMA would be so weird. Like, he would have to just do like just box actual mixed martial artists. If he was doing that, I'm like, I mean, you're gonna get worked. Like, someone's gonna knock you out, like destroy you. But if he was like, I'm gonna take up Muay Thai or something like that, I'd be like, that's so dumb. Stop it. You're a sideman. Stop it.
Bruv, I think the whole thing's stupid, bro. The boxing is stupid, bro. You're the guy that was screaming at pack-on openings. Like, dog, like, what is going on in this world, bro? Like, it's just I don't even like boxing, and I feel so sorry for like actual boxing fans that this is happening to their sport. Because, bro, Sibez, imagine you're watching your Arsenal, yeah, and Arsenal are not doing numbers, like whatever, but the Sideman charity game is going off.
It happens, though.
It ain't, bro. Arsenal are doing more numbers than Sideman charity game. But in boxing right now,
boxing needs to step it up.
Like, outside of like Fury,
yeah, true,
and a couple people. Like, the YouTube nonsense is doing
way more.
Like this freaking stupid Pagey Cakey fucking fight. I saw more about that than I've seen about professional boxers in years.
So you got professional boxers trying to get into this scene as well, because it's just it's doing numbers.
Bro, professional boxers, like before I came off for Twitter or whatever, but I saw professional boxers trying to call out all kinds of YouTubers.
Tommy Fury's gonna fight KSI, I think.
And you ready for Jake?
Before Jake, yeah.
And I'm like, and they're just like, because that's where the money is. That's where the hype is. That's where the attention is. That's where the money is. And I'm like, this is a farce. And I don't even like boxing. But if I was a boxing purist, I'm disgusted now. I would be so disgusted.
I'm not mad at it because I guess I don't really care for boxing like that. Like boxing's interesting to watch sometimes, but I don't really care for it like that. And then I like YouTube, and whenever it's the YouTubers I know who are doing it, then I don't mind watching it.
Yeah, I'm completely indifferent. I don't care about boxing, and I don't really care about any of the YouTubers who are fighting. Yeah. There's been boxing things like the chess boxing thing or whatever. I don't watch that. I don't care about that. But that included a lot of people that I actually watch. But I'm like, nah, it's not. The sport's not for me. I don't care. Do what you want. I'm not gonna get mad for the actual boxers because I just don't care.
I'm disgusted at the principle. It's because it's part, for me, it's just a symptom of a wider deterioration of society.
You can't say that in that serious voice.
Bruv, I'm not even joking though.
I know you're not joking.
I'm not even joking.
But in the conversation, saying it in that serious voice just makes it funnier.
Nah, I know.
But you're not wrong though.
I'm not even joking.
Because it's the same with like the YouTube diss tracks or whatever. What they were trying to do there.
Yeah. I'm like, it's
like people trying to start music scenes off of being YouTubers, sending for another YouTuber.
Yeah,
it's just what social media has done to everything, sort of thing.
Yeah, man. And once again, shout out Jammz and Elijah, because that's what they're talking about in their track, bro. Like, they're like, social media, like, too much scrolling, not enough reading. Like, no one's reading the books anymore. Like, everyone's just watching YouTube shorts or TikToks or whatever. But yeah, no, I could fully go and have a long conversation about how I think YouTube, this whole YouTube boxing stuff, and how I think it's a symptom of like just a bigger problem of what's wrong, or one of the things that's wrong in the world right now, from my perspective. But I'm gonna spare you lot. But yeah, like so whenever I see it and whenever I hear about it, I'm just like, this is just for me it's not for me. I don't care about none of these YouTubers. I don't care about boxing, but it pisses me off. just on that basis. Like, I don't like literally none of these YouTubers that we talk about, like, have I ever sat down and really watched them. Not KSI, not Logan, not Jake. Like Logan, the only video of Logan's I saw was the Suicide Forest one, and I heard about it, and I was like, surely not.
So
I went and I had to see for myself, and I was like, wow.
Dark times, man. Dark times.
Crazy, but yeah, even like Joe Weller, I don't know if he's still even active.
I don't think so. I don't really follow him.
I saw like maybe a video of him like tombstoning his girlfriend into a pool. I think I saw that. But yeah, like most of these people, I don't care about. But
the only reason I hear about it is because KSI I still subscribe to his channel, and he's the biggest guy in like the YouTube boxing scene.
Yeah,
and he's like putting on all these events and stuff. But yeah, if not for that, I would have no idea, and I don't really care to know. I don't watch any of the stuff about it. Like, yeah,
that's how I'd seen it as well. Because obviously you got like, because there's now loads of different like promotions that show, like, so obviously I was telling you about Blueface fighting some Don not too long ago.
Yeah,
didn't know who either of them. I knew Blueface, but I didn't know who the guy was fighting was or anything. Didn't watch any of the fights. I just watched Blueface one because I saw people talking about it, so I watched it. Saw a man with his Balenciagas on, toes are falling out the front of them and everything. I was like, yeah, this is just. I had no interest in it.
It's farcical. Like, literally, again, if I'm a boxing like purist, I'm like, this man is fighting in Balenciaga socks. Like, or they're like the sock shoes.
The runners, yeah.
Or the runners, that's what they call them. But they're like the sock design.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I assume. I didn't actually.
No, they were. That's what they were, yeah.
It sounds like it was those ones. And I'm like, this guy just wants to bust up his ankle. Like, how can I take this? I can't take this seriously.
Yeah. No, I fully get on a boxing purist sense of things. I can see why people would hate it, because it does feel like you said KSI was a YouTuber, like FIFA player. It feels like he is a someone who would play FIFA boxing. So it's like you see him fighting, he just looks like he's trying to just throw haymakers. He doesn't look like he has much obviously he's got technique and stuff, but it just doesn't look like he's got much technique. He's there, he's like bouncing around like he's Ryu or something. Like, throwing overhand, heart punches, all sorts of stuff. I was like, yeah, it just...
People spend their entire lives training to do this sport like well, and they are nowhere. It's just it's
yeah, it's sad. It is sad, and I think if someone like for me, like as you bring it to football sort of thing, if I was someone who enjoyed the tactical side of it a lot more, so I like stats in football. I liked seeing like Kevin De Bruyne doing a step over and all that kind of stuff. But if I was like someone who likes all this kind of XG and all that sort of stuff, someone like in the boxing sense thing, so you like seeing people's technique, you like seeing the different types of southpaw versus orthodox, all this sort of stuff. Seeing these YouTubers, I'd be so disgusted because like, this guy doesn't even know how to keep his hands up in front of his face. What the hell am I watching? So yeah, I can see why you just hate it like that.
Yeah, like that's literally what I think, because I'm like, when like I'm trying to think like when people like it's like the division between people who like Mayweather and people who don't, or like Mayweather fights and people who don't, because the people who really enjoy Mayweather fights are like the boxing purists. They're like, Mayweather he's flawless, like his defense, his footwork, like he the way he uses his jab to keep the distance, blah blah blah. Like the people who are on that vibe, like I feel so sorry for them. But the people, but I feel like this caters so much to people who watch like the Mayweather fight, be like, oh, it's boring.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Like, and I'm just like, yeah, man. Boxing ain't for you, like. But then they just were like, you know what, boxing ain't for us, but we're just gonna ruin it.
Yeah,
we're just gonna ruin it, and we're gonna make more peas.
But you got Mayweather now; he's in it. He's in this whole scene as well.
But it's because that's where the money is.
Yeah, and he's like, he's not. He's fully just. He's obviously he's what in his 40s now, and he's just fully taking it like. This is light work. This is light work for me. Easy payday.
Yeah.
When he was fighting KSI's little brother, he was there, just hands behind his back, just waving his face around, like, "Come on, hit me! What are you doing?" Like the whole time.
Bro, Mayweather don't care. Mayweather don't. None of these men are a threat to him.
No, exactly. I think Deji cut his above his eye, and that's the most he's had damage in all these YouTube fights he's done. And obviously that's the only thing. And people he's like, oh, I gave Floyd a black eye. Like, that's the worst thing he had. Obviously, the way he's fighting, of course you can give him a black eye. Like man's dancing in front of you, no guard, sitting on the ropes after, like chatting to his corner. Like, he's not getting like Vaseline. He's not getting his water on him. He's there trying to dance at half during the rounds and all sort of stuff. He's doing it so lightly.
Yeah, man. Like, it's a joke, or it's kind of like I don't know. Just imagine like. Yeah, just imagine. Yeah, I think the direct comparison would literally be like if the FA Cup finals just got outsold by the Sideman versus whatever matches consistently. Like, like FA Cup final comes around, 1K tickets.
Imagine.
But that
would be shocking.
But the thing is, boxing's in a bad place. I don't think people realize that the sport of boxing right now, people like. I always see people talking about it, and they always say, outside of a couple heavyweights, boxing ain't doing well.
But then the Sidemen match pretty outsold some championship games.
But there's levels.
No, but then like the heavyweights and that, they're doing their Premier League level. They're doing numbers. It's the lower lot who aren't doing the numbers.
The heavyweights aren't really doing that well though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's outside of. It's like saying. It's like if the Sidemen were selling out, like everyone bar the top 4 in the Premier League. Like, could you imagine?
That'd be
like,
crazy,
but literally, like in terms of boxing, it's really just Fury and that Usyk Don, I think, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
and then even like Joshua Wilder, these still have like buzz, but. I think they both lost too much now. So they both like dropped off of their buzz or whatever. And they all like a lot of them ain't done nothing in a while as well. And like so it's less people care less about what's going on over there.
Yeah.
Like, and then outside of heavyweights, like who's the
I couldn't even name you. I couldn't even name
who's the
you.
top cruiserweight right now? Who's the top featherweight?
I don't know if Canelo's still fighting, but he's the only one I know from like the lower down
like
leagues.
GGG and like are these the man still about? I don't know. I like I don't know. Like so, it's rough. It's kind of like I feel like with football maybe the analogy doesn't work as much. But imagine tennis. Yeah. Imagine like other than Djokovic, Nadal, even though Nadal's retired now, Federer's retired. I don't even know who's the guys in tennis.
The Australian dude, Kigorich, or the one who's always shouting and moaning.
Yeah. Oh yeah, him. But imagine like them, man, like the top guys in tennis. Like imagine that their Wimbledon finals or whatever, like was on par with.
West Side men tennis match. KSI versus Jake Paul in tennis.
Yeah, KSI versus Vic Star. Like, I feel like that. I feel like most people would be like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah,
like
it's literally just because most people just don't care about boxing. So it's like, how can you care? How can you get outraged for a sport that you just don't care about? And like
tennis. By the way, tennis would never. Tennis would never. Tennis man would lock that down. Them lot are they're too high class.
They're too prestige. They would
definitely.
They would be like, you're just not allowed to play.
Sidemen channels
can't
gone
make a mockery of our sport.
of YouTube.
It would just be gone. Like you crazy. Sue Barker's not having it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think it would last as well. When I neither did I.
I
didn't think it would last, but I feel like it's here. It's almost here to stay at this point. And
I reckon so. It's got legs, and like I guess I think when KSI stops, then I feel like it's gonna start taking a dip.
He's definitely the biggest name. In it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like it's a point where any person with any kind of notoriety can just pop up out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing a freaking YouTube boxing match, and it becomes a thing. Because like I said, like when Bez told me about the Paige Keiki thing, I was like, I've not heard Paige Keiki's name since 2012. Like, and now we're excited that because she's boxing. Girl, probably.
And people were saying that was one of the fights of the night. People were saying that fight was crazy. I didn't watch
crazy
it. Crazy
as in entertaining, but
like really good.
Not good boxing.
I highly doubt it was good boxing.
Oh yeah, it's entertaining.
Like people like watching like two drunk men at the pub having handbags.
But that's what it is. It's literally just two people throwing their hands at each other, and that's entertaining for people.
Barbaric.
There was the heaviest boxing match of all time on the card, which was I think in total each man was like 300 pounds or something. There's two really, really big dons slugging it out. That's your two drunk dons in the pub. Two massive guys just slugging it out. No stamina. Just throw fists.
Just get close enough to him and then punch
Literally.
him.
Dog. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not about it. I'm not about it.
So yeah, I'll delete my draft on the 5 Let's podcast of you two calling out the Misfits done for a boxing match. Then yeah.
If I'm calling out anyone, I'm calling out PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Let's give the people what they want to see. Yells versus PewDiePie. Come on, Felix.
Oh man, could you put your name?
Call him by his first name.
Cam, clip that.
See headlines. This unknown podcaster calls out.
Yells music. Steps in the ring versus Felix PewDiePie.
Hey, we can do it in London. We can do it in Sweden. we can do it in Saudi Arabia. I don't care.
He lives in Japan, so
we can do it in Japan. Alright, we can do it in the Tokyo Dome. Come on, PewDiePie.
We can do it in the Tokyo Dome.
This is a fucking mockery as well. Oh my god, don't get me started. Streets are gone, man. Nah, just for context, the Pete and Bass plugged in with fumes just came on. I mean, to be fair, they're decent, but I think just the concept
It's not mockery.
it's just, it's ridiculous, but whatever, man. Whatever, man. Nothing is sacred anymore,
Nothing is sacred.
Nothing is sacred. Like culture, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The culture's dying. Like,
Yeah, this is English. This is British. This
yeah,
is British for you.
like man proper pulled out the
You pulled out
suit
for
this
yeah.
one as well. Like I never seen this guy in a suit. But anyway, yes, let's get into our next track, unless you lot have anything else to say about.
Nah, those were the 4 controversies of sport. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all mad. It's all mad. It's all kicking off in sports. Beds, have you actually been following any of the playoffs of the NBA?
Yeah. I've mostly been watching highlights though. I watched the game last Sunday. Boston Celtics versus
76ers.
Yeah.
That was a shambles. The 76ers fell apart. Like they had a good like first and second quarter, but the third quarter they just James Harden 9 points in the game. Like,
that's outrageous.
Whoa. But yeah, obviously Lakers are 2-0 down.
2-0 down, yeah.
Sorry, they say 2-0.
Oh, 2-0 down.
2-0.
Two love.
2-0.
2 love.
They're 2-0 down to the Denver Nuggets at the
And
moment.
the Heat won yesterday, didn't they?
The Heat won the first game. They're playing the second one tonight, I believe.
That's so mad about basketball that they just play night on night sort of thing. I find that crazy because obviously with football it's a week you get in between, but because like obviously they didn't play before, did they? Like, they played 2 nights ago when they should have played because they had the 7th game and they played yesterday. They're playing again tonight.
Yep. And for me, I think it's crazy as well because for me, basketball is such a up and down. Like,
it's a lot faster.
You're basically doing the beat test.
Yeah,
like,
you don't stop. You get more subs though. That's the only thing I guess.
You get to sit down
and it's shorter.
Yeah.
But it's just constant up and down.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was going to ask you, who do you think, or looking at from the highlights or whatever you've seen, who are you going for?
I was Lakers. I was Lakers at the start of it.
They're 2-0 down.
They're 2-0 down. I'm going to stick with them. Turn it over.
To be fair, they've lost the games that they are meant to lose. As in, both were on the road. You're meant to lose road games.
Yeah.
The problem, or you're expected to lose road games. The problem is to win the series, you have to win
at least one.
You have to win at least one on the road. So they've lost the first 2. That's fine. They're going to be in LA for the next 2 now. They win those 2. They tie it up, and then they go back on the road, and they just need to nick one of them.
Win one,
and then defend home court, and then they've got it. So it's not impossible.
LeBron will keep it. Do you see the highlights from yesterday where he dropped the
dunk.
he dropped the ball.
I was like, damn, LeBron, you getting old? Is that what happened? Nah, joking. I think it just happens. It just slipped out of his hands.
Yeah.
Butterfingers.
Who do you think's got to take it? I think Celtics look good as well though.
Nah.
Do you think Heat's going to take them out? Jimmy Butler.
I don't necessarily think the Heat are going to take him out. I just don't think the Celtics are good. I think the fact that they lost the first game to the Heat is definitely a sign.
Yeah.
I think the fact that the 76ers took them to 7 games, I think if they beat the Heat, I think they lose to the Nuggets or the Lakers. My heart wants the Heat because I think it'd be so sick. Just as a story, I think it's just so sick for them. And for Jimmy Butler, just being Himmy Butler, like, just play off Jimmy.
Get his first ring.
Having had to come in through the play-in tournament and getting embarrassed by the Hawks in the first playing game as well. And then being like, nah, we ain't having this. And then coming through and just like taking out Giannis, being like, on you go, mate. Like, let people ask you if you're a failure or not. Like, then come through like Heat, boom. Like, you lot are meant to be better than us. Nah, like, I don't care about Julius Randle. I don't care about Jalen Brunson, bro. I don't care about no Derrick Rose or whoever on that team. Like, get out of here. Like, and now looking at the Celtics, like Jason Tatum, like, yeah, you're the new young up and coming star. I don't care, bro. Go home.
Yeah, get out of here.
Like, I think it would be a sick story for them to win. But I do think, like, on paper, at this point, the Nuggets should have it. But obviously the game's not played on paper, so. But yeah, I would also like to see the Lakers win. But I think number 1, I would like to see the Heat. Number 2, I would like to see the Lakers. But I actually think it will be the Nuggets.
Okay.
But yeah, let's get into our next song. That was a little side step there. So yeah, shout out to Tunde, shout out to Payper on this one. I probably said Tunde. I don't think he says the name like that, but never mind.
That's what I read as well though. Tunde. I thought it was like, yeah.
I think that is the name. Like, it is the Nigerian name, but I just don't think he pronounces it like that. But yeah, it's but yeah, this one's back to back. Potter's obviously in jail, so I guess free him. Unless he did what he did, then maybe not. I actually don't know. I actually don't know what he's in jail for. I don't know. But yeah, free Potter. This one's back to back. Tunde featuring Potter.
Thought it was go time, like from the jump. I link T on my just rap, you can blow shit. Still think I'm Boston George on my blow shit. My boy's in an SVR, but he stole it. I flew past dicks with my whack, told him hold it. Man keep talking my name, they keep trolling. When they're more pussy than the pussyos they roll with. Can't be pillow talking in these streets, I disown him. Can't be talking about me, I kick doors in.
I link Pete on my Jack Jones in the morning. He was 102 cause we're staunch and they know this. My boy's in a SRT, he didn't rent it. Took chase from the black bonnet and he bent it. I flew past the back of the estate to go and pick him up. I sent Cappy round there and told him go and lift him up. Cause man keep chatting my name, they keep capping it. But one cook to keep, so now kids spin it.
I've been buying watches and guns, that's insurance. Running this for 10 years, running, that's endurance. I ain't worried about nobody, they're all jokers. Like I ain't been stepping with hammers and big borers. Standing on strips, corners, scammers and extorters. Came too far to be standing with informers. Talk about the money and then it just gets awkward. Talk about the duppies and then it just gets awkward again.
I've been buying crypto £1, that's
And we're back. Yeah, shout out to Potter Payper, shout out to Tunde. That one was track and title back to back. Like I say, once again, obviously free up Potter if he's innocent. In the media. Right, so I guess it's not really in the media, but for our second half, we discovered a really interesting fact, or we saw an interesting fact that apparently, according to Nadine White on Twitter, who is a journalist with The Independent, 95% of black people cannot swim. So we got to talking.
In Britain?
In Britain.
I think it was in Britain. I believe it was in Britain. I don't. It doesn't sound like it would be in the world.
Yeah, that's too
big
a number.
That would be outrageous. I think it's Britain. Let me just go back to the.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if like a lot of Africa probably they
all live on the coast. Like
they all live.
Not they all live on the coast. Sorry.
Sky.
The amount of people that live on the coast, there's enough of them. I feel like the whole of the Caribbean islands as well. Like they must can swim with all their access to the ocean.
Yeah.
And I feel like if that doesn't bring down the number a bit
to past 95, I guess. And like Nigeria is like one of the most populated countries in the world. So yeah,
I think it is UK. It doesn't actually say, but I'm pretty sure it will be the UK.
I think UK makes more sense as well because like why would you swim? Like you're not going. No one's going down to the beach to go swimming.
Because like I feel like almost everyone I assume in the Caribbean would be able to swim.
Yeah,
we're all on islands. Like. It might not be. You might not be like Michael Phelps. Yeah, but I'm sure you can handle.
Like at some point when you were a child, you went to the beach with your family and you learned. And
you would have been doing that, or even like rivers and stuff that a lot of Caribbean islands have as well, and obviously Africa as well has rivers as well, and things and lakes and things of that nature. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying everyone would be able to swim, but 95% of black people in the world, I think that would be a bit.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be insane. But 95% of people in the UK, I can hear it.
It's funny because that's been like a stereotype or like a joke stereotype, and I would never understood it because I was like, but I can swim, and most of the black people I know that can swim as well. So
it's because it's a young thing, or it's a recent thing that people are being able to swim, and also I think it comes more from America as well. That joke.
Yeah,
I say from America.
But to be fair, I do know people who can't. Like I do know black people who cannot swim. I remember one girl was telling me one time that I need to teach her to swim. I was like, no. I was like, no. But like,
push you in the pool.
I was
I said, I'll kill you.
If she dies, that's her choice.
Wow. That's insane, Cam. Like, it's wild though, because that's how, like, you see in movies and stuff. That's how they teach people, like, kids to swim.
Yeah, just throw them in.
And, like,
that is just. I'm pretty sure that's the real life.
That's how they do in real life when you're
swim.
Yeah,
that's insane.
But it's because kids they don't panic. They just natural instinct paddle.
Yeah,
it's
you do
because
something.
they're scared to get in the water as well. So chucking them
and
in
then
gets rid of that
and
fear,
then
and they kind of have to do something.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
if
Yeah,
not,
but
then-
adults are too. With two in our heads, they start to panic, think, "Oh no, I can't do it."
Yeah.
and so they don't do it.
Yeah.
But you're able to just float
Yeah.
if you just do nothing. So the minimum they should be able to.
not
float
everyone
on top of
floats
the water.
though.
Not everyone. No, everyone. I feel no. Actually, no. You're right. Not everyone floats.
For real,
But
Yeah.
it's like
crazy.
it depends on your body
Your
composition.
and your bone density.
Mm.
So
Oh,
I don't float. I'm a weird one. I kind of float but don't float. So like, if I just lay still, my lower half will just sink, and then my kind of top half will just kind of float up. I won't just sink to the
You
bottom.
can make yourself float, don't you?
I mean, you can if you just
Yeah,
do
yeah,
little,
yeah, I can make
little
myself
hand
float.
Yeah,
movements.
like you just have to like little kind of
Yeah, like I
Just
can
little
tread water.
adjustments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like,
No, I
if-
don't mean tread water. I mean like on like starfish vibes. You can keep both like everything up, right? Like
I
I
can
feel like a
either-
lot of people, like for example, well back in the day, if I just lay like still, I would stay afloat.
yeah,
But if I when I was swimming, I had the flippers. Those would drag my legs down because they were
Heavier.
heavy. But I could still like if I just gently kind of
yeah.
I could,
So
I could
yeah,
still like starfish.
yeah. So I
I
could probably do that. Yeah, but if I just lay without doing anything,
Yeah.
I would sink.
I didn't know that not everyone could float.
And this is another stereotype. There was a stereotype going around that black people just have heavier bones and
Yeah,
therefore they can't
black
swim.
people don't float.
And we just do, like Bez is saying here that like he sinks a little bit, and this is something that happens with some people. But like the way it used to go around is literally like black people. You get in the pool, you'll be walking at the bottom of the pool, like you literally, and that's obviously not scientifically accurate. Like there are white people with heavy bone densities, there are black people with heavy bone densities. It just is. But yeah, like, what was I saying? Yeah, this girl wanted me to teach her how to swim. She was like, yeah, let's go to the swimming baths. I was like, not on your life. Not on your life. I
What
thought
if
a
you
long
had a private pool?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was like a private pool, if we were like on holiday somewhere, and like the hotel had a pool, or like go to the beach or whatever. But just to go down to the local leisure centre, like, I'm like, nah,
Let's go now.
I'm like, nah, that's not sexy, baby. Allow it.
do a little spa date then, and then you can get a little pool in there.
I guess maybe, but like, and then you just got like, can't even go to the same like changing rooms or nothing. Like, can't have like the uncles with the like balls.
Nah, you can go to the family
Yeah,
one
the family ones.
That's even
with all the
worse.
kids.
It's even worse. Like, no, allow it. It's all good. But yeah, I was telling the story of when I went started doing like the swimming with my primary school. So basically, I didn't want to go with the people who could swim because I didn't like swimming. I don't think I ever really enjoyed swimming, but parents like made sure I had to do it. So I was like, do you know what? It seems like it would be a lot easier, a lot more chill if I just stay with like the people who are just learning in like the small shallow pool rather than actually having to exert myself and swim properly.
And the deeper pools is cold.
that too, freezing cold, all of that. So they split us up into 3 groups actually, or they tried to split us up into 3 groups. They said, all right, if you can swim, go over here. If you've been to a swimming pool before, stay here. And if you've never been to a swimming pool, can't swim, go here. So me, I was like, okay, I would say I've been to a swimming pool before. That's what happened.
Don't read into it too much.
Yeah, I was like, hopefully they don't read into this too much. Blah, blah, blah. So basically, the people who could swim, they had to do like a kind of aptitude test, like see how far can you swim for. Blah, blah, blah. Then it was like the people who had been to a swimming pool before, they were like, oh, just get in the water, like show me what you did. Like a lot of people like got in the water, they kind of were just kind of walking around, like just splashing, like doing all this silly stuff. And I just kind of got in the water and I was just like, I'm not gonna do that because that's ridiculous. Like that's
I'm not gonna make a fool out of myself.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna, like for them, I get it because like they're like, what do you mean? What else do you want me to do? Like, this is what I did. I came here, I played in the water, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna like go. Like I tried to go like 5 meters. I was like, I'm just gonna like swim 5 meters. And I guess the technique was just it was just too on point. The guy was like, go over there. He was like, nah, you can swim, like
know
go
what
over
you're
there. So then I went
You
over.
ripped out the butterfly.
Nah, I try. The worst part is I remember
backstroking 5 meters. Like, I
Proper
can't
doing
do it.
flipping the pool, spinning around,
Literally,
kicking off.
handstands.
I literally remember being like, you know, I'm gonna do a front crawl, but I'm gonna do a messy front crawl. I'm not gonna like turn my head to breathe properly. Like I'm just gonna go arms everywhere. And he was just like, "No, you can swim." So then I had to go and do the aptitude test, and it was like, you know, I've lost.
Might as well swim properly now.
So then I just did it, and I swam the length, the thing, and the guy was like, "Why did you do that?" I didn't want to be here, but fine.
I was just like, I can swim, so I'm gonna show off the fact that I can swim, and I just swam the best I could.
Damn, show off.
Yes.
Damn.
Because obviously, here's the thing, right? I was a quiet person in primary school, and I was like, I'm a quiet person, but I've got skills. I've got skills.
People need to
Take
know.
a look.
People need to know.
Take a look.
Arts man about me. Yeah, no, I was not on that vibe. I was just on like, I want to like teach me how to swim, man. I want teach like, because they like, I was always looking over. So we had to do like actual swimming exercises and stuff. And I was jarring. I was looking over to like the other what they were doing, and they were just like, you know, them ones holding onto the thing, just kicking the legs. I was like, I want to do that, man. That's easy.
easy.
Like and like with the floats and stuff and learning to turn the head left and right to breathe and all of that. Like and we're being told, no, you don't turn after 1 stroke, you turn after 3 or like 2 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like they're like
1, 2, 1, 2, 3 or whatever the hell.
Because you used to go 1. It used to be 1, 2, breathe, 1, 2, breathe, and then when you get better, they're like hold your breath for longer. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this.
This is what year 4 as well we went. So
Yeah.
that's like, how old are you? Like 9?
But the thing is, like, in terms of swimming, like, you know how they do, like, the swimming classes at the leisure centre and stuff? Like, I finished that, like, all of them, by, like, year 7 or 8. So, like, by year 4, I was decent. I was, like, very, very good. And then, like, by, like, year 7 and 8, I was doing pre-comp, if I'm not mistaken, which is pre-competition. Like, so, yeah, by, like, year 4, I could swim.
Yeah.
It's better than I probably can now. Definitely. Almost 100%. Like,
yeah, deep end light work.
yeah.
Because I think with mine, it was like, they just told us to, so they didn't say stand where you want. They just said, can you swim? Yes or no. And then they said that then if you said yes, you jump in the pool. Because obviously the pool wasn't deep enough that anyone who can't swim is going to drown.
Yeah.
So you're in the shallow end of the middle pool.
Yeah.
So there was obviously 3 pools, and there was like
There's Garnell, yeah?
yeah, going out, yeah.
Beat that out. You're doing the editing.
So you got the shallow end,
Yeah.
middle end, and then the deep end. So obviously they put us in the shallow end of the middle pool, and just said if you can swim the length of the pool. So, but it was the sideways. Sorry, not the length. So, and obviously everyone who could do it quite easily.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah, I remember there was one guy who couldn't swim, but he was pretending he could. He was walking along the bottom, like he was swinging his arms, and they're like, "Get out, you can't swim."
Yeah.
So funny. But then, yeah, it's obviously, so I could swim, so I was put in the deep end. But I think I'm in between you. So obviously, I was showing off I could swim. Then after that, I got in the deep end, I was a bit like, this is quite deep. I'm scared I'm going to drown. So I was like, I think, like, there was one week when I was meant to go. I think we were meant to be jumping off the top thing, doing a dive. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I've left my trunks at home. I'm not coming. I'm not doing that.
So, like, I had, if I'm not mistaken, I had already swam in the deep end previously before going to the swimming classes with school.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think the first like few lessons were in the middle pool, and then I think the last few were in the deep one. And I remember like everyone being shook, and I remember like telling one of my friends, I was like, if you can swim here, you can swim there, because I'd done it. I was like, it's intimidating at first because you're like, at least in the middle one, you can stand up.
Yeah.
But like in this one, I was just saying to him, I was like, yeah, like you can swim that length. You swam that length. Like I know you can swim that length, so it's fine. You won't need to stand up. You're thinking,
so
oh no,
intimidating
you're
though. Like
thinking,
when you go under the water, you look down, you can see.
You see how far it is.
Yeah, there's because it just feels obviously that was a long time ago. It's probably not that like holding it now. It's probably like not even that deep.
It's like
2 point something meters.
Yeah, it's like 2. It's a bit over 2 meters.
So it's like 8 foot. Just.
No, 2 meters is not. It's like 6 foot 6.
Oh, okay.
Like
even
that.
less then.
Yeah.
Like if you stood up in it, you wouldn't be above it, but you'd
I wouldn't
almost
be far off.
you
Yeah.
wouldn't be far off. No.
So that's what I mean. So yeah, but then you go in when you're younger, you look down, you're like,
down,
oh
like,
my god, this was like it's like you see them
like double your
videos.
length.
Yeah, you see them videos where the person just sinking into the water for like, and it's never ending.
darkness
That's what
below.
that's what it feels like.
Even in that one, like on the middle side, you know, like where it had the separator between the middle pool and the big pool.
Yeah, that was probably like 5 foot something.
Yeah, and then also it had like a little lip that you could stand on.
Yeah.
And that was only like a little bit above the water. So like at the deeper end, I think it was only about 6'6", 6'7".
Oh, okay.
Like 6'8" at the max, I would say. Like I feel like Shaq would be.
He'd be towering.
He'd be
head poking
head out of the
over.
water.
He would be able to stand up in it.
Yeah.
And he'd be alright. Like.
Yeah, that's max. I just the thoughts back to it. It probably feels like you said, like you look down, it's dark at the bottom. Like it's just like,
yeah. I think my thing with the deep pool, that's really when I needed, like I wanted goggles, needed goggles, had to have goggles. Like, cause I remember, like for a lot of my swimming, my parents didn't have, like give me goggles and stuff. And like for like the smaller pools and stuff, it wasn't so bad. Like, cause even though like you would get the chlorine in your eyes and you like couldn't see, you could kind of see because like
It was close
it's
enough.
closer. Yeah, it's close enough that you can see.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But in that pool, like you were saying, like you look down, it's just dark. So I'm like, if I have the goggles, at least I can see, like physically see the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't just look like it's the abyss down there. Like, it's okay. So yeah, then obviously I did get goggles. But yeah, like this is crazy. If I had money, I would swim more, but I don't have money, so I don't.
If I had not money, but a place where I could go and it's just like quiet, like not many people there, then I would swim more.
Yeah.
I feel like swimming. I don't enjoy swimming enough because I feel like
no, it's just for fitness, bro.
Yeah, I would rather swim than run.
That's what I was gonna say. Like literally, in terms of like, I don't mind running. I even like running at times, but like in terms of fitness, like or things to do as an exercise, like swimming is really good for you.
yeah,
Like I feel like it hits like almost everything. It helps like your cardio. It helps strengthen your muscles. It helps like your breathing. It helps like so much.
yeah,
And it's comparatively, what's the word? It's not that straining to your body. Like when you're running, like your knees, your ankles, like all of these things are, when you're like lifting weights and stuff, it's putting pressure on your joints, blah, 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 blah. Like swimming, like in terms of wear and tear, as far as I'm aware, it's quite low. But in terms of like the benefits, it's quite high.
yeah.
So there's that reason. And yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like my memory of swimming, I could just be misremembering because I was young and in very good shape. But my memory of swimming was that it actually wasn't that, unless you were doing like 50 laps, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
Like it didn't take too much exertion. I feel like running took exertion, even though I was a pretty good runner as well, but I feel like that still took a lot of exertion. Whereas swimming just always felt like, yeah, I could swim for 2 hours and be tired.
Yeah, when you do like the lap, when you try to get like a badge for amount of laps swum.
Yeah, and you'd just be swimming, and like you'd be tired, but you'd be okay as well. Versus like when you're running, like I feel like I was never out of breath after swimming. Like I feel like I would never be like bent over. Whereas running, obviously, like
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But then, like playing football and stuff, you probably would never like that either. Or like playing sports, for example.
Yeah, no, playing sports, no. Unless like something super like if I chased the ball like half the pitch.
Yeah.
No, but like you weren't running for like completely the entire time. Like I'm saying, like swimming, just doing
playing
laps.
like tennis or something, you'd be running quite a bit, surely.
You'd stop after every point.
Yeah, but
and and also you stop after you hit the ball. Like you run to get the ball, and then you might like shuffle into kind of central position.
Yeah, but you don't have much time to.
No, much time, but I feel like it's enough to catch your breath. But I'm literally saying like when you swim, when you do like, you remember when you do the badges, like 1,000 meter badge, whatever.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 meter badge, 50. I'll say 50 because that's like the first one you get. No.
I mean, 50 is only 2 laps, no? It's like up and down.
I feel like that was like one of the first ones you did.
Isn't it 1 lap? Is it 25? I think
it's 25 up, and then.
It's 25. It's definitely 25 up and then 25 back. So it's definitely.
But I mean, yeah, I think 50 was the first
But I
badge.
think
you get.
50 is the first badge because you have to go there and back.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're just, okay, maybe actually the 1,000 is the better example. When you're getting the 1,000 badge,
Yeah.
I actually have these badges somewhere. I want to find them now that we talk about it.
I honestly doubt you have them still.
You think what? Mum must have thrown them away.
Possibly.
I mean, I don't physically have them.
Yeah.
I just would have assumed
I
that
don't know.
somewhere around.
Maybe they're somewhere.
Anyway, when you're doing the 1,000-meter badge, you just got you. They tell you just get in and you
And they say
swim,
swim
for however many laps that is.
Yeah.
And then you jump out. And I was just saying, after that, like I would always do like those badges and stuff, and I never felt like I was keeling over. Like I'd feel tired, of course. Like my shoulders might be, my arms might be sore, whatever. But like it weren't like
Now, the physical strain is nowhere near as much as running.
like and
Running
this
for the
and
same
this,
amount of
this
time.
would literally be like it would be an hour of pure swimming.
Yeah.
Versus if you did an hour of pure running, or I've done an hour of pure running, it's not fun, bro. It's like at the end of that, you're like, yeesh. But like with the swimming, I think it was okay. I think it was cash.
I think it's a thing of, do it. Try it again now. I feel like you'll feel very different.
I mean,
because-
surely.
Now I would be finished. But I'm saying, I feel like, all right. So I feel like right now, I feel confident in doing like running 5K in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I can do quite okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think 30 minutes swimming, I don't know how, I've not swum in ages, so I don't actually know how far I could probably swim in 30 minutes. But I think 30 minutes of swimming, I would feel better coming out of the pool after 30 minutes of swimming than I would do after running a 5K in 30 minutes also.
Okay.
And granted, like I say, I'm not going to be, like back in the day, 30 minutes of swimming, I might have swam the whole Thames or something. I don't know. And I'm definitely not going to do that now. But I just feel like, like it's that. So that's why, like, I would love to be able to, like, because like I did sign up to a leisure centre back in like a few years ago to do swimming, but it was just so expensive. It was more expensive than like, so it was a leisure centre that had a gym, had like courts and stuff like that. And to get the swimming, you had to get like the full package. And I'm like, bro, I just want to swim. So I had access to the gym. I had access to like the not the tennis courts, the badminton courts and the basketball like court and whatever. I'm like, yo, can we like half this price and let me just do the swim? But yeah, but basically that's why I can't. There's a couple like leisure centres around here, and they're all the same vibes.
Got £180.
David Lloyd, come on now. Come on now, like if I had a sponsor, like, then sure.
PewDiePie, I apologize. Sponsor me.
No, PewDiePie, I'm calling you out again, rude boy.
Let's get the bag.
Let's get that bag. Let's get that shmoney. 50-50. All right. No, I'm joking. But yeah, nah. David. I mean, it would be sick if I could do David Lloyd. It would be sick.
Yeah.
But I definitely am not paying £180 for the pleasure.
Yeah.
Bro, if I'm paying £180, I'm moving in.
Literally, they got to feed me. They got to clothe me, wash me, everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something. Maybe it's because I guess it's with running. I enjoy running. And I can run 30 minutes and just not think anything of it. But I feel like the thought of swimming for 30 minutes just feels so boring to me. But I just maybe because I haven't done it in a long time, and that's why.
I think the thing is, obviously with running, you can obviously listen to your music.
Yeah, exactly.
With swimming, you kind of just. But like when I was doing it a few years ago, I kind of liked it. And again, this is something I've spoken about with you lot, and I think on the podcast before. But like I feel like these are moments where you're alone with your thoughts, and I feel like I think it's healthy. I feel like in society nowadays, people. Or let me just speak for myself. Actually, I feel like I don't have many moments where I'm truly actually like just alone with my thoughts and actually processing like my life and just various things. And I feel like it's healthy to have those moments. And I feel like half an hour of swimming would be great. It would be like exertion, but also like. Yeah, I feel like I'd be like, oh, what am I gonna eat for dinner tonight? Like, I might reflect on like some of the stuff that has happened in life recently, like plan different things. Like and it would be like mental stimulation, but also, but like in a easy kind of way.
Yeah.
Like you're not kind of like, for example, like when you're say like I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna eat, while I'm watching a video or whatever. I feel like it's just quite scatterbrained or whatever. Like it's just like there's too much going on.
Yeah.
So it's not. I don't know. I feel like you're not processing it, or your mind's not firing in like the best way.
It's like you're constantly thinking about something else at the same time you're trying to think about.
Yeah, it's noisy. I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to put it. It's kind of it's like it's like you're speaking, but also there's a lot of noise in the background and other things. Whereas I feel like that's a moment where it's just one thing going on. Like you're kind of mindlessly swimming, and then you can kind of think through some stuff. Whether that's you're actually going through something, and you need that like this girl's annoying me, man. I need to just swim and just get away from it all, or whether you just want a moment to like be like, you know what, I'm actually enjoying life right now. Let me just yeah. I think it's healthy anyway. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know. I guess that's why, because you just kind of zone into your thoughts, sort of thing. That's why you wouldn't think about it too much. Because in my head, I'm the thought of it, and like, because like swimming, I enjoy swimming, but it'll be like, I'll go to, let's say, go to a water park or something. Then you swim around there, you have fun, then you go on a slide, swim a bit more, like when you. But it's kind of like that. Whereas just doing laps for half an hour, but then
also I feel like, and also like, I guess similar to running. Like, you might do certain things, like, you might be, like... I feel like there's just a lot of things you would think about. Like, I feel like you would think about your swimming as well. So you might, like, swim a lap, and you might be like, you know, I can swim that faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Or do you know what, like, my technique is a little bit... Like, or you might be like, do you know what? I've done a lot of front crawl now, like, maybe let's try a breaststroke, let's try a butterfly, let's do a backstroke.
Yeah,
like,
true.
I feel like at every point, there's a thing, and obviously because they have like the clocks in there as well. Generally, you could time yourself and stuff, so you'd be like, "All right, cool, let's go." Like, how fast can I go?
Yeah.
Or like, and different things. I think there's a lot.
Yeah, true.
I would love to swim more. I would like, if it was something that I could do, like just as the last thing I do before going to bed, like swim, get in the shower, wind down, go bed. It'd be sweet. Be great. A great breakdown for like a decompress for the day.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I used to like when I was swimming, I was doing it like first thing in the morning. I would just go to the thing, because that's when it was quietest.
Yeah.
And even that was just nice. It was just like a good start to the day. Like just it used to be jarring though, because obviously like you get all that chlorine and stuff on your body and your skin. You definitely have to go and shower. But yeah, it's definitely something, man.
I feel like there needs to be like just more pools that are just like pools for swimming. Like, because I feel like leisure centre pools or like they always have like teaching lessons and stuff. And so if you can't go during the day, then you're done. Because at night,
no, they don't. They only use a couple lanes though. They don't use the whole thing.
but then it just means everyone else who's there has to go into a few lanes.
Yeah.
And so now you have 3-4 people to a lane. How are you supposed to actually swim? Like if there's one person who swims just slower, you're done.
But that's why they have the speeds. Like
Well, I don't know. When I went to the same leisure centre that you went to, and I went during a time where there was lessons going on, and I was like, "This is impossible." Because I feel like this is a smaller leisure centre than the one we did in primary school.
Is, yeah.
If it was that one, I could get it because that one is not as bad. I mean, there's more lanes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was there. I was like, "This is impossible. I can swim a length up, but I can't do it at any speed. I can't." Like it's a leisurely swim because the person who's next to me in the same lane as me is just going a lot slower. And like, yeah, but
I feel like you literally have to go to like David Lloyd's, for example, if you want that.
Yeah.
That's where they're not going to be doing classes for kids and stuff. They're going to be literally just going to have people
Well,
there training for the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah, any gym.
Yeah,
any,
like
any,
gyms,
like,
yeah.
private gym type vibe. Because these leisure centres obviously they're owned by the council and stuff, and they got a responsibility to make sure that this 95% stat doesn't last.
Doesn't keep growing.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Do you know what I actually wish? I wish I lived on an island. I could just go swim in the sea. That'd be ideal.
and then you get the good resistance of the The waves.
The waves trying to take you away.
Yeah, you got to swim. You got to swim against the current.
Yeah, swim against the current. Yeah,
That's what scares me about swimming in the water, in like island water.
Really?
Like because when I went to Ghana when I was younger, I think I must have been about 8. And
you
then
got taken out.
Yeah, I mean, my dad went out swimming, just swimming out, see how far we can go out, sort of thing.
You
Never see how far you can go out.
Never do that.
There was a point, where you start feeling the waves like
They're
start
dragging you out.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
just like,
scary.
like kind of panicking now. But yeah, we're
I don't
both
think
here.
I'm-
We're both okay.
PSA. Never
Don't test the ocean.
That's what I was gonna say. Don't test the ocean. Never swim with your back to land. So you go out to a decent length, and then you swim horizontally along the coast. Never swim with your back to safety because the ocean will take
the
you
ocean
out.
pulling you with you going the direction that the ocean's pulling you as well. You'll go further than
And
you realize.
Yeah, you won't realize how far you've gone, and then trying to swim back against the current now and the waves and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a lot harder.
It's a lot. So yeah,
but you can tell when the current changes. Like,
Yeah, 'cause-
that's how we knew when to turn around, because you see the current like start going that way. So we're like,
Yeah,
hey, let's turn around and go back now.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's just like I remember in I think it was in Grenada. I think it was Grenada. One of my cousins, it might have been a friend I made there. Basically, yeah, he told me that he was literally like we were just playing around in the pool. You must have been in the camp, but I doubt you remember. And we were just playing around in the not the pool, in the ocean. And like I was like, yeah, I can swim. And he was like, look, listen to me. Listen to me. Never swim with land behind you. Like if you're gonna swim along the coast. Like because he was like, yeah, we've had he was basically saying that obviously like other children have like just swam out that way and then just
Get lost.
got stuck, and people have had to like get boats, go out and grab him and all this. So he's always like, yeah, if you want to swim in deep water, that's fine. So you can go out to this deep, but don't go out to your maximum point. Go out to where it's deep, and
Go out to where you can still see the floor.
yeah, go out to where you can still see the floor. It's deep. You can swim properly and all this, but then swim this way and that way.
I don't think I've ever actually swam in the ocean. I've like maybe paddled a bit, but I've not like actually swam in the
It's
ocean.
good. Like once, and I think the point is once you get past like where the waves are like proper like coming up and down, like, and it's just kind of bubbling and thing. It's quite good. It's quite
Scary
good.
though.
It is scary because there's a lot going on. Like, and obviously the like.
I just don't like not being able to touch the floor. I feel like because I jumped off a boat before into the water, and like it's it's one of the ones where you jump off, and then like you expect to just kind of hit the floor and bounce back up, but no, you jump down, you're just sinking like.
Bro, that's legit one of my biggest fears is just endless ocean.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't think I could do like scuba diving and stuff like that because just seeing nothingness that scares me.
I think I did that somewhere. It might have been like Uganda. It wasn't an ocean. I think it was a lake, and it might have been when I went to Uganda, or it might have been somewhere else. I can't remember. But it was basically like a lake, and it had them things where you tie the tire to a tree on like a rope.
The tire swing.
Yeah, tire swing. We were jumping off them.
Yeah.
Everyone was jumping off one at a time. Like swing the tire out, jump off. And I'm thinking, obviously, it's not that far out. So I'm expecting it to be relatively deep. If we're jumping off, it has to be
It can
deep.
be deep enough that you're gonna get in, but it's
Yeah, but I'm thinking probably touch the ground, bounce out. And like you said, you just
go down.
just down.
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all.
It was fun, but it was like when I realized you're not gonna touch the ground.
Yeah, that's when you panic. Yeah, like it's cool. You're jumping, and then you go in that split second there. You're like, oh my god.
But then I'm like, I know how to.
Yeah,
handle
I
this.
can get back
I'll come
up.
Yeah, but it's definitely like, yeesh.
This is, and then when you're going back up, and you're still like, where's the
Where's
top
the
now?
top?
It's very high up.
Yeah, you got better hold your breath, mate. Hold your breath. But it's good, man. It's good.
It's fun though. It is fun. Scary but fun.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, like I guess that was what we had to talk about today, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, you lot got an early episode, even though it's coming out on the day it's meant to come out, but it was recorded early. So Yeah.
Hopefully
whatever.
nothing major kicks off in the next week.
Bro, I promise you, it's gonna be insane.
Everything's gonna be happening.
Everything's
Isn't it?
gonna be happening. It's gonna be all like everything that we like to talk about is gonna be crazy. Like Boris Johnson's gonna be prime minister again. He's gonna announce lockdowns.
Rishi's gonna be Prime Minister of Scotland.
Yeah, like it's all gonna go off.
Trump will be back. AI would have taken over.
AI would have taken over the world. Skynet is happening. Like it's all mad. Like Gary Neville's gonna do something crazy. Like footballs are gonna go off.
He already did. People were getting onto him the other day just for like so basically someone tweeted something to him about his opinion on Arsenal, and he responded saying, "Oh, why aren't you not tagging me? You work at Sky. You should tag me." Da, da, da. And everyone's like, "You're basically because he works at Sky, so everyone's like, you're threatening this man's job because he disagrees with your opinion." And then the guy deleted his Twitter account, deleted his tweets, everything. So people are getting onto him this week.
Yeah, well, he's gonna do YouTube boxing.
I'd love to see that. Gary and Phil, get them to box.
Oh my days.
Or Jamie Carragher.
Jamie Carragher. But yeah, it's gonna be that, and and we're gonna be here talking about swimming. And it's like,
You guys know you're missing out on everything,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's mad, but it is what it is. So yeah, let's start to wrap up this episode. Let's get into the watch list.
The watch list.
It looks like Cam's pulling out his phone to go first.
Yup. Let me just pull up my list.
Yeah, man, go for it, G.
So first things first.
My name's Ty, not Tyrone, and I'm here to. No.
Yep, that's right. I finished watching or rewatching Sunny, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Good stuff. Once again, can't wait for the next season to come next month. I watched Guardians on Monday, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was, what did you say about it?
Guys, mid.
Yeah, mid.
I'd say yeah, but it's definitely better than that, man. I'd say quite a bit better than
100%.
that, man.
That's what Des was saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely mid. But I think it was, I don't know. I don't think it was that, for a Guardians movie, I don't think it was that bad.
Well, let's get through what everyone's watching, and we will circle back, because Guardians is a common thing, so we can definitely circle back.
Cool. And I watched a show called Not Dead Yet on Disney Plus. It's like a comedy about a person who can see ghosts. And apparently that's it. I think that's it. Oh, actually, I watched the first episode of something on Prime. What's it called? Citadel. I watched the first episode.
What was that saying?
It feels like just generic action film stuff.
Okay.
But it's not a film. It's a show.
Series, yeah.
But like, it doesn't, like, obviously we watched, what was it? The other Prime show. Peripheral. That was an action show as well, but it doesn't. That felt like something new, fresh. This feels fairly generic.
Okay.
But obviously it's directed by, or whatever, and the Russo brothers. So it's just like, you know.
Okay, yeah. Because I saw it, but I haven't watched it. I saw it's got Rob Stark and Nick Jonas' wife. What's her name again?
Yeah. I don't know what her name is.
Chopra? Priyanka Chopra? Is that one?
Probably.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, I saw it's got. I saw a lot of people talking about it. So I was like, should I watch it? But
yeah, I mean, it looks like it's probably going to be good, but yeah, it does just feel. The first episode just feels like generic action stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me. Whoever wants to go
Cool,
next.
Yeah, I'll go next. So I watched Sisu, as I was saying, which was, I don't know if you remember, we watched the trailer for that. It's like the Nazi war sort of.
Yeah.
We was watching
like an old guy.
Yeah,
old guy.
Old John Wick dude.
The guy who doesn't talk.
Yeah. Basically, it was pretty poor.
Damn, it looked like
it looked interesting, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was just there. There wasn't any talking. There wasn't really talking in it. It was so stupid because the guy just would not die. Like,
that's the point of it.
I know, but it's just like it's just it was just dumb, and the action scenes weren't that good. I feel like, yeah.
I think that's where it lets it down, because like if you said, "Oh, he doesn't talk," I'm like, "Yeah, he's not meant to."
He doesn't meant to talk,
and then
yeah.
he doesn't die. Yeah, he's not meant to. But then if the action's not great, then yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I think I was a bit bored. Like, it started good. It wasn't even that long. It was like an hour 20 or something like that.
Love that.
Like, that's what I mean.
Love that.
Hour 30 maybe, I think it was, but it was like, it wasn't that long. But I feel like it just, it was a bit boring, and I was a bit like, yeah, I'm done with this. But I watched that. What's that film? The one with Batista, Knock on the Door or something. The new one where the world's ending.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And it's a family, and they have to
decide who dies.
Decide who dies. Yeah.
sacrifice
So I
someone.
watched that, which was decent, interesting film. Interesting, not amazing, but it was decent. I watched Dr. Stone, so I'm up to date with that one now. Do you watch Dr. Stone, Cam?
Yeah. I've watched. I haven't started season 3 yet, though.
Okay. Because I saw what you were saying about episode 3, where something kind of happens. And it seems like to be interesting. I was like, "Ooh, this is juicy." But yeah,
That's episode 3, the latest episode.
No, now it's episode 5.
Yeah.
Which it's not amazing, but it's.
Nah.
I'm
But
enjoying it, but
It's rocking and rolling. That's
yeah,
what I say. It's
exactly. There's only
moving.
11 episodes, though, I think. So it feels like it's.
But because Ryu's 3 is technically episode 1.
Yeah, and that's a special, which is long. And then I watched Bridgerton Charlotte story, which
Did you watch Bridgerton the series? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as the first. Like, first season of Bridgerton was pretty good. Second season was pretty poor. This one was level with second season. Like, it wasn't anything special.
Fairs.
And I started watching The Mother today, that J-Lo movie, but I'm not into it.
No?
Nah, not feeling it.
I did actually want to check that out. To be fair.
Yeah, it's. I wasn't watching it properly though, to be fair. But I feel like I wasn't really feeling it too much. And then I've watched a couple anime. I feel like, Oshinoko, the new episode. I watched something else in sub, but I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, that's it.
Masho?
Not yet.
Oh my god!
I've downloaded it now, so when I'm on holiday, I'm gonna watch it.
I actually can't believe this guy. I thought this would be like top of his list.
Yeah.
Like, just because of what it is. Like, I thought he would have been like, yo, because I feel like it's almost made for him.
It's funny because when I watch it, I guarantee you, like, I'm gonna just be into it now. And
Yeah.
But because I've been tempted to, but I was like, I'll download it and just wait till I'm away, and I'm gonna just have this stuff lined up. So I'll watch it. If not, I'll watch it before next episode.
Like, yeah, so for those who don't know, Mashal is a show about a kid who doesn't have magic in a magical world. The magical world is basically the Harry Potter world, and he doesn't have magic, just muscles, and it's a comedy, and it's good. It's like Cam was saying, it's like Cam watched it first, and he said it's like Sakamoto. I would say it's already more consistent than Sakamoto.
I mean, yeah, that's what I said.
That's
what I said.
to be. Like, yeah, it's yeah, I've been enjoying it. I can't lie. I've definitely, I don't even like the Harry Potter world. Like
Maybe
that.
you should watch Harry Potter. It's on Netflix now.
I've seen Harry Potter, bro. This is what my Harry Potter hate is from a place of having seen it all. It's not from a place of ignorance. It's a place of I've been there, done that.
And I watched Snowfall. I finished Snowfall now, which is good stuff. Pissed me off so much with the ending though.
Yeah?
It's not that the ending was bad. Just something that happens in it. Obviously, you lot aren't going to watch it, so I can probably spoil it for you lot. But basically, the mum, so his money gets taken by some dude. Like, he's $73 million gets taken off him by some dude, and he's trying to get it back. This whole, like, last season and a half is him trying to get his money back from this guy. He gets him, and then they agree to split the money 50-50. Because basically, the guy who stole the money is the one who has been giving him drugs and all this kind of stuff. So he's built the funding up from him. So he's like, okay, I'll split the money 50-50, so at least I get 37 million. And then he's on the phone, about to tell the bank the password to transfer, make the money transfer. Then his mum shoots the man just before he gets the money back. And the mum's quite annoying in this series already. So her doing that just pissed me off so well. I was like, nah, this mum is so annoying. Like, I want him to get his money back. And after that, and yeah, just ends with him becoming a crackhead and gets evicted from his house because he can't pay the bills and all sort of, yeah, it's peak. It's peak.
I mean, I feel like there's a trend of like these crime TV shows having like the main characters basically get their like kind of comeuppance.
Yeah,
like they never have happy endings.
That's a good point actually.
Like for the main characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is I think it needs to
be done though, because they can't show that they're just like they're living the high life.
Yeah,
can they?
Like obviously Breaking Bad had that.
How yeah. Well,
and then, poor guy. Nah, not poor guy. But yeah. And Ozark even, the ending was peak. Too.
I hear that.
Sorry?
Mad as
No,
well.
no, I haven't watched Ozark. Sorry, I was just thinking about you. Obviously, he's a murderous guy.
He shouldn't have a happy ending.
He's gonna get his comeuppance.
I don't think any ending for him is gonna be bad though. I feel like if he dies, it's not a bad ending for Joe. If he lives,
prison.
I mean, prison's about probably the worst possible ending for him. But I don't think he can go to prison with all that he's done. That guy needs to be put down.
It's true.
He might end up with another love. That might be it.
Might be it. Yeah.
That's probably his worst nightmare.
Yeah, that'd be peak.
But yeah, so for me, I've just been watching anime, bro. So I've been watching obviously Hell's Paradise, Mashle, Konosuba, and Explosion on This Wonderful World, Doctor Stone New World, Ocean and Koi, Naruto Shippuden. Naruto, I might double down on what I said last episode about it being, I think I prefer it to Dragon Ball Z, and I'm doubling down now.
You definitely prefer it to Dragon Ball Z.
Doubling down. Because I was watching it, and it's getting to the point where Jiraiya's going off to fight Pain.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dragon Ball Z, like the feeling I'm feeling, I'm like, Dragon Ball Z could never.
I was thinking about that like during the week. I was like, I've only ever seen the Jiraiya versus Pain fight one time. I don't know if I could do it again.
Like I was literally thinking about it, and I was watching it, and I was like, the emotion. Obviously, I know what's happening, but also I feel like this would have been emotional the first time around as well. Like obviously I watched it ages ago. I can't fully remember how I felt, but I feel like it would have been emotional because when he's getting the mission, he's talking to Tsunade, and Tsunade is like, "Don't you dare die on me!"
Yeah,
and like doing all that, and like they share like one last drink together, and like
I feel like it would have been emotional, but in a different way though, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen
when you first watch
but
it.
But you're getting it, and then like Tsunade is like she says to him, like, if things start to go south, like contact me and I'm coming.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't do that, you're the Hokage, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, Dragon Ball Z did not have this depth. Like, so, I don't know, so I thought about it more, like, for the past week I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, what Dragon Ball Z does well, it does better than anyone. So, like, Dragon Ball Z's fight scenes, in terms of the action and, like, the hype, I don't think any anime can really talk to Dragon Ball Z.
Blue Lock.
It's different. It's different. I'll say it's different.
It's a good shout there.
It's not a bad shout at all. But I'll say it's different. I'll say it's different. But in terms of that, no one's talking to Dragon Ball Z. But in terms of an all-round package of being like taking you on a journey, having an overarching storyline. Dragon Ball Z doesn't have an overarching storyline really. Doesn't have much character development. In fact, it has negative character development. Like everyone always talks about how Gohan just gets ruined.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about how Vegeta gets ruined. Like,
because when Frieza kills Krillin and Goku becomes Super Saiyan's hard, but the Krillin part isn't. You don't really feel anything of it.
Nah, and then like when Vegeta blew up himself in the Buu saga. By this point, we've seen people die, come back, die, come back, die.
Goku was dead at this point.
Yeah.
Goku was,
Goku was legit dead.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and he's doing that speech, Trunks, and it's like, bro, you're gonna be back in 2 minutes. Like, calm down.
He doesn't go anywhere. He's still there fighting with them. Like.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's just, it doesn't have that depth. Whereas in Naruto, like, I'm watching it and I'm like, I saw the Asuma bit and that hurt. That hurt. And I'm like, Shikamaru. I'm like crying for Shikamaru. Like, I'm like, damn. And it deals with that so well because Shikamaru doesn't deal with the death well. Like, I don't know if either of you remember, did you even get that far, Cam? Oh, you must have done.
What is you asking me right now? I literally said I've
saw
seen the dry bit.
But I thought you might have watched that on like YouTube or something.
No, I've seen up to way into the war starting.
Okay, fair enough. But Shikamaru doesn't handle it well. Like he doesn't go to the funeral, and he basically just stays at home. And then his dad comes into his room. And his dad has a chat with him.
And they're playing shogi.
Yeah. And his dad is like, what's wrong? You're not playing well. Shikamaru's just like, so what? Blah, blah, blah. And then talking. Shikamaru flips the board. And then his dad gives him some words of wisdom and says, let it all out, son. Let it all out, son. And obviously he breaks down and starts crying. And I'm like, yo, and I was just like, yeah, Dragon Ball Z could actually never. Like, for me, Naruto has has a range of things that it does well. Whereas I think Dragon Ball Z, like I said, hype, like action, no one's touching it. Naruto has great action, great character development, great like overarching story. I don't like the overarching Sasuke story, but the overarching Akatsuki story, I love it. Like, it has stakes. When people die, it has meaning. Like, and yeah, so yeah, I think I'm doubling down on my Naruto over.
I think it's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a debate.
It's definitely a debate.
Yeah, it's not like it's a
like
I
would never. Yeah, if someone said to me like, for me, someone said for me, Dragon Ball Z, I'm never gonna be like how, why. And I'm like, no, of course, gangster shit. Like, don't get it twisted. But like Dragon Ball Z, like still has some of my favorite. Like I will never forget Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah,
I will never forget that in my life. I will never forget the first time I saw Goku go Super Saiyan. Never forget that in my entire life. I could never. Like, I'm gonna be 80 on my deathbed, just being like, I won't let you. Like, yeah, that was Goku was the I won't let you, and Gohan was like, I can't take it anymore. Like, on my deathbed, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it was that. Like
yeah.
That. Yeah. And that would be me on my deathbed still. And like, yeah, just like still trying to do a Kamehameha. Like,
no, Goku going Super Saiyan 3, you know, to show the kids.
Goku going Super Saiyan 3 is so dumb. Like,
he said it's to go further beyond, man. You gotta do it.
And it's like, and everyone's just looking at the clouds.
Yeah, man, it was sick. It was the whole world is shaking.
Legit 5 minutes of charging.
So long. He's just screaming. Yeah,
don't do it, Goku.
Oh man, yeah, it was crazy, and it's just like flashing to everyone, just like, whose power is this, Goku?
But it feels different, so strong.
And Vegeta's like, how?
Lie to me.
Yeah, how?
He literally just says, I'm going to level up. Like, because he only just went pretty much only just went Super Saiyan 2 as well. Like, not too long. And then he was like, actually, but I could go further than this.
Yeah.
Because that was after Majin Vegeta, wasn't it? When he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so he thought...
No, before Majin Vegeta. No, yeah, it was after Majin Vegeta.
It was after Majin Vegeta.
Yeah, so he thought that he'd finally surpassed him, Goku, and then man just went Super Saiyan 3 on him.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah. And obviously Goku could do it before, so Vegeta, he was like,
You held back.
You held back against me. And he's like, it's not incomplete form.
Yeah.
Because Goku was murking Majin Buu as well. But
Yeah.
again, he couldn't sustain
couldn't hold it out, yeah.
So,
But yeah,
Yeah,
what
man.
I'll say about Naruto is you've got more to come as well.
This is true, and I haven't seen all of Naruto yet.
Yeah,
So this is definitely true.
but then there is like as well.
But if I'm counting Super
Yeah.
in the Dragon Ball,
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say.
in
True.
the Dragon Ball lineage, then I don't think Naruto has anything to worry about. But we'll
I
see.
mean, yeah. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super versus Naruto Shippuden. Obviously, Naruto wins because Super's so bad. But then what I mean though is like, yeah, you've got with the Asuma thing, you've got more deaths to come in.
True.
Which some you know about, some you may not know about. I don't know if you know about all of them.
And I know that obviously there's there's resurrections that happen, but I feel like unlike Dragon Ball Z, these resurrections
They're temporary.
are temporary and they have stakes too.
Yeah.
Like for example, I've seen when Choji, Shikamaru, and Ino have to fight Azuma, and I was just like, no, my god, this is.
I've not seen that.
Sorry, spoilers. But I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And because of how the resurrection works, I'm gonna spoil it even more. The people, they're not in control of their body, but they have their minds.
I mean, you know that from literally within the tuning exams.
Because he brings back the Hokages.
Oh yes, of course. I
Orochimaru.
forget. Yeah. So they have to the whole time that they're fighting.
They're having a conversation.
They're fighting their sensei while he's talking to them, and obviously he's trying to coach them on how to beat him and handle the emotion of it, because like Choji especially is breaking down. He can't do it, and he's like, Choji, you have to, like, but yeah, and he's like, I believe in you, Choji. And while he's whipping out his jutsu on them, and it's great. And I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. I don't know what I would do in this situation. It's horrible, but yeah, it's good.
Okay, when you skip all the filler nonsense, I feel like the last arc of Naruto is a lot better.
Yeah,
Because watching it airing weekly is just so. Yeah, so I can Yeah, Naruto as a whole versus Dragon Ball as a whole. Okay, I'll say Naruto is better. Yeah.
I'm breezing through, bro. I'm gonna finish it soon. Well, I'm saying that I'm not even halfway. But I'm getting there. I'm really getting there.
I feel like after this arc, then it's the
war. After
the fourth Hokage summit.
Yeah, and then it's the war.
And it's the war. Yeah.
And yeah, they just Toby was just revealed as the leader of the Akatsuki. So like,
did you do the serious voice?
Yeah, I didn't realize. So it happens beforehand. So you see, it's revealed to the Leaf when he switches from the silly voice to the serious voice. That's when Naruto.
He's supposed to Naruto, yeah, when they were.
But they reveal it. It is revealed to the audience beforehand because it goes, and this is part of Jiraiya's bit, because it goes to Pain in the land of rain or whatever.
With him and Conan.
With him and Conan, and he's talking to someone, and he's like, "Yes," like listening, yes, master kind of vibes, and then he walks forward and it's Toby in the mask.
Yeah.
But obviously, and he's been using the deep voice in the shadows, and he steps forward with him in the mask. And then Pain and Conan walk off, and then he basically says, like, "It will be I, Madara Uchiha," which obviously he's not Madara. And it's like, so I'm like, why was he talking to himself, calling himself Madara? I don't understand. But okay.
Because he knows the audience is listening.
I know. It's one of them ones. But yeah, so like you see, and it's like, wait, this idiot is the actual leader of the whole thing, and he's being a jackass.
I feel like Toby is such a good character until he's revealed to be whoever. Like all up until the point, I feel like when he was just Toby, he was a good character.
He was great.
And then when he was Madara, I was like, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
And then obviously he becomes Obito at the end, and I've not seen that far, but I know that I definitely don't care about that.
You should.
I mean, I understand the depth of it,
cinema,
but in terms of just a character,
I'm just saying, like, it's that, like, when I found out when I found out that he was Obito, I was like, that's dramatic. I was like, I don't know how or why this is revealed. I don't know what happens before or after it's revealed. However, as soon as I heard that he's Obito, I said, that is drama.
Have you not seen, because I'm sure you would have seen compilations stuff, but the fight between Kakashi and Obito?
No. I've stayed away from a lot of Naruto spoilers.
Okay.
So in terms of like, I know a lot of what happens, but I haven't seen any of it. So like with like, for example, Neji's death.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
must know about it.
Yeah, I've known about that forever.
Yeah, I've heard about that so many times.
Yeah, she's seen it.
But I've seen nothing. I have no idea when it happened. I know it's going to happen in the war, I assume. But I don't know whether it's definitely not early because I've seen the early parts of the war. But I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know nothing. I don't know.
Just jump out on you.
Yeah, I don't know who he's fighting. I don't know nothing about that. Like, and again, like I know about obviously Madara coming back on all these things. Again, I don't know when, why, how, what. Nothing. I've not seen any of the.
I'm surprised because there's so much of it that's like in these like top anime fights. Like so, Madara just. I'm not gonna say what he does, but Madara just doing bits and it's in everywhere. I see it so much everywhere, all over Twitter, all the time. Just in just like because they're always saying.
I've seen like a fight of him just murking Bear Man.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Keep quiet.
That's what I wasn't gonna say.
I truly don't care.
Damn.
Kiss your teeth.
Damn.
with all the Attack on Titan
you
spoilers.
should have watched Attack on Titan by now.
Naruto finished. All of the episodes of Naruto were finished before the second season of Attack on Titan came out.
We have an understanding with Naruto, okay? It's different.
It's not different.
But yeah, they say that Obito and Kakashi, that's another one that's like they say that's one of the best ever fights in anime history.
I can imagine.
Sort of thing.
I can absolutely
there's
imagine.
There's peak cinema in this war coming that Obito has a part to play, which might change your mind on him.
No, I don't mind the character of Obito. I like the character of Toby more.
Yeah.
Like, if they were two separate things, I'd be very happy. But, yeah, the switch from
Toby couldn't have lasted as far as
he didn't have, he didn't have any
He didn't have the
legs.
minerals for that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He was just a
funny
joke
person,
man.
yeah.
He was a joke man with the freaking warp whatever thing technique.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's G'd up.
But he's not going to do anything, though.
He also, he was a mystery man. We didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah, exactly. So we find out what he's doing, and now
obviously, but it would have been more. I would have just liked him to just be this mystery guy who just
To be fair,
shows up and does random things.
to be fair, it would have been. I guess it could have been cool if he was like a drunken master type character.
Yeah.
Like that would have been cool if it was just like this
Like
guy.
you think he's weak and then he just isn't ever.
Just like you look at it, he's like an idiot and no one takes him seriously, but he's actually got hands. He's actually,
Yeah, I guess they could have done that.
Whenever I think about like the ending of Naruto, because I know it's all the Kage or whatever, I don't understand. Obviously, I haven't seen it, so I don't understand how it gets there, and I can't understand how it could possibly get there, and that makes me not want to watch it.
I'm the same actually. I'm actually the same. And I remember, obviously, one of my major criticisms about Naruto is the power scaling. Like,
You're gonna hate.
Yeah, like Naruto and Sasuke gaining whatever they gain.
Okay, we can.
I was just saying.
We can stop on the specifics. All right.
I literally just said gaining whatever they gain.
Yeah,
Naruto becoming a Super Saiyan and Sasuke like being able to unlock.
I don't know that but the thing is, I don't know that they gain anything.
Okay, well, I assumed you wouldn't. That's like a small specific that I thought you would know.
I don't know anything. Bro.
Sasuke gains One Punch Man powers. He becomes Saitama. He goes bold. Man, one hit you.
Just assume I don't know anything. But yeah, no, I
assume you know everything.
yeah. Obviously, yeah, my major criticism of Naruto is the power scaling gets out of whack. And I've seen it happen. And yeah, so I don't understand how it gets to where it allegedly gets to. But I have to finish the story. Shout out to Cody Rhodes. But I have to finish the story.
Because I think, when you finish it, we can come back to a whole. You need to watch it as well, Cam, so we can have a Naruto discussion because
It's not gonna happen.
It does. I feel like it explains some of it, but it doesn't explain some of it, and it's obviously it explains how it gets to Kaguya.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, you would have to.
Yeah, you'd have to. It doesn't just but then there's things in it that it's like doesn't make sense. So it does make sense in the grand scheme of things, but it's like for your power scaling or for stuff like that, it's just like I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, and then I'm gonna watch. I feel like once this season of anime is over, I'm gonna watch JoJo's. I'm gonna watch Vinland Saga. I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer. I'm gonna watch Bleach. And whatever's airing. I don't know why, but like right now I'm just really in an anime phase where all I'm watching is anime. So like I'm even like now that I'm thinking about it, like my plans for when this season of anime is over is just to watch more anime. Like and then also obviously Jujutsu Kaisen, because that would be airing at the time.
Yeah.
But Cam, you need to catch up on Ocean and Koi because we need to talk. Like I want to talk about Ocean and Koi. Like I feel like we can talk about like where we were gassed about Blue Lock, but there weren't really much to talk about. But like with Ocean and Koi, there's stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Like,
it's an interesting dynamic.
have you seen the latest episode?
Yeah.
The disclaimer on the latest episode. In fact, you might even know what the latest episode is based about as well.
Why would I? What?
Nah.
He will. So you obviously know what happens in the
Yeah.
next episode, and you know what the disclaimer is about, right? At the end of the episode, there's a disclaimer.
I didn't. What, after the credits or?
It might have been after the credits.
I don't think I stayed that long.
But you can imagine what the disclaimer would be for. Right. Okay. Cam,
Yeah.
something happened like 2 years ago that I'm pretty sure you would be aware of, and this episode is to do with it. It happened in Japan, and this episode is to do with it.
Okay, I have to watch and see.
You should watch it and you should see because I think you'll have opinions.
Interesting.
And I'm trying to be tactful here because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. Everyone's done the watch list, right? Yeah. So yeah, let's get into our last song. Let's get out of here. Unless you lot have anything else that you need to say or want to say.
No.
Yeah, Bez, have a good holiday. Obviously.
Thank you.
Get some sun, if you can.
Yeah, try not to get too wet. Pause.
Freezing.
Yeah. But yeah, we're out of here. It'll be 2 weeks for you guys, but it'll be 3 weeks for us. But yeah, we'll be back. Peace out. Actually, let me tell you what song it is that we're playing. Sorry. It is. I know it's something to do with Demon Slayer.
Blakaza.
Yeah, that's it. Track it Towers, Blakaza. Shout out to Akaza from Demon Slayer. Bad boy. R.I.P. Rengoku and all that. This was by Pureojuice. We literally discovered this randomly, but it's like a UK drill Demon Slayer rap from the point of view of Akaza from Demon Slayer. So yeah, it's a vibe, man. Yeah, shout out Pureojuice one more time, and we're out here, man. Peace.
When I pull up, they hear this sound. It's demon time, we get active when the sun don't shine. Numerous hashers lost their lives to the moons, you're better off switching sides. You can catch these hands, I don't need no blade, and chest I punch holes like a donut's made. He couldn't regenerate, so his heart ablaze, now he's next to his mum in the grave. Akaza got the deadliest entrance, presence, murderous intention. Bloodthirsty, but I got principles, if she got boobies, that's an exception. I got shotgun shells, the size of the beats on my legs, these rip through your intestines. This compass needle sending you 6 feet under, not showing direction. One time I ran, that hurt my pride, the cheek to call me a coward. They had luck on their side, the sun didn't rise, 3 more would have died. Still I can't let that slide. When I spin back, I'ma show him why. The DJ in my eye is ranked so high, got a reputation as a violent guy. It's demon time, we get active when the sun don't shine. Numerous hashers lost their lives to the moons, you're better off switching sides. You can catch these hands, I don't need no blade, and chest I punch holes like a donut's made. He couldn't regenerate, so his heart ablaze, now he's next to his mum in the grave. They'll never forget like me.
The 5 Letters Podcast.